So Parijat ma'am, what did ma'am teach you right now? Okay, fine. People of the regular batch, kindly say me, how are we supposed to do examination of the skeletal remains? Who will start? Let's start with you. Examination of the skeletal remains. When you get bunch of skeletal remains, or the police person or the responsible, whoever it is, they bring you a set of bones or bunch of bones, what is the first thing that you are supposed to do when you find? Did I ask you? Yes.
First we lay them out in an anatomical position, and then we confirm whether they're actual real bones or not.
Okay. First, before spending your energy, isn't it little bit logical to see whether they are real bones or not, and then lay them out, right? So first step, we will see steps of skeletal remains examination. First of all, if somebody brings you a bunch of bone, then you confirm whether they are real bones or not, है ना? After confirming whether they are real bones or not, then we check if it is an animal bone or human bone. Are we supposed to be concerned about if it is an animal bone? No, right? You are going to become doctors of human. Right? Everybody try and repeat after what I am saying. जल्दी होगा फिर, ठीक है? समझ में आया? चलो, next. If we confirm that they are human bones, then what will we do? We will arrange them in, as he mentioned, anatomical position. Why so, ma'am? Can you say why anatomical position, not you? Why are we supposed to arrange the bone in anatomical position?
Ma'am, to identify the bone correctly.
Okay, and
To get the information about the height and all of the person.
आप एनाटॉमिकल पोजीशन में रख के हाइट पता कर सकते हो? मैम ने क्या बोला? मेजर करने के लिए बोला था कुछ, कि मैम ने बताया कि एनाटॉमिकल पोजीशन में रख के वी कैन आइडेंटिफाई द हाइट. वी विल कीप इन एनाटॉमिकल पोजीशन ताकि क्या हो, एट ए ग्लैंस हम देख सके बोन को, राइट? एनीथिंग मिसिंग और एनीथिंग एक्स्ट्रा, वी कैन काउंट इट. इट विल बी इजियर टू काउंट. Understood everyone? If something is missing, then what does it mean? Suppose how many pair of ribs do we have? Say, how many pairs? 12 pairs. In total, how many ribs we have? 24. If we have 22 ribs, what does it mean? Some of the ribs are missing. That means might be the scene of crime has been changed as per forensic medicine point of view. Understood? Okay. If the bones are extra bones are present, suppose there are 3 scapula or 3 clavicle, that means
More than one person.
Understood? Primarily 2 चीज पढ़ के जाओ. आज टाइम ज्यादा नहीं है. I will say in a flow. If I am too much fast, I will be too much fast. Stop me, ask, I'll repeat. Understood everybody? Done? Ma'am, did you understand what I mentioned? What did I say? Repeat. Say all of the steps for the skeletal remain examination till what I have repeated. First of all, what will you do if you find a set of bones? Then first we will see if they are bones or not. Okay? Then real or fake. Then third point, jaldi batao.
Is it for humans or animals?
Yes. Fourth.
That any step in the anatomical position.
Fifth, count the number of bones. Okay? Added or less, we'll see. Chalo, done. Uske baad, according to the bone, we are going to see the age, sex, race, stature, whatever we can find from specific bones. Ma'am, kindly pay attention. Do not look down. Okay? Chalo. Now, your previous regular batch student, everybody has been taught everything from every bone. Abhi, we are not going to do that. Just say from skull, what did we study? First class or regular class ki পড়েছি স্কালের থেকে? কি পড়া যায়?
From skull থেকে from the orbits.
Skull থেকে can we find age?
Yes.
Age,
Yes.
sex,
Yes, ma'am.
and what?
Race.
Race. Good. Now from the skull bone, पहले तो we have done according to sex identification, age identification, race identification. এখন এমন ভাবে পড়বো না. Today bone wise we are going to study. कौन से bone से क्या पढ़ेंगे? वो तीनों चीज मैं skull का बता के खत्म करने वाली हूँ. Understood? चलो. Now let's start with the skull bone. If I go with the if I go first of all sex identification करते हैं skull का. Okay, male and female, 2 things. Now when you are going to study for forensic medicine, same bones. Anatomy में bones था, यहाँ पे osteology है. Difference क्या है? थोड़ा organized way में पढ़ेंगे, सब चीज नहीं पढ़ेंगे. जो चाहिए, I am time and again repeating this. Identify the bony landmarks or the skeletal landmarks. What is the meaning of landmarks? Landmark का मतलब क्या है? यानी कि fixed points है ना, जो यूनिवर्सल है, जो हर किसी को समझ में आएगा, we can identify, ठीक है, और जंबल आप तरीके से नहीं पढ़ेंगे, थोड़ा ऑर्गेनाइज पढ़ेंगे ताकि आपको भी याद रहे. ओके, नाउ इफ यू स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द बिगिनिंग, टॉप ऑफ द स्कल टुवर्ड्स द बेस ऑफ द स्कल, ठीक है, यानी कि जॉ की तरफ क्या आता है पहले? व्हाट इज दिस पार्ट? नेम the cranial keyboard Islam, very good, cranial vault. Okay, and with the cranial vault there will be the forehead. Okay, we will start from above, we will go downwards. Understood everybody? Okay, acha, yesterday's batch, they to it was off, right? They did not get the class. Today I will try and ask less questions so that I can teach properly. Go and see these classes again and again, है ना, otherwise तो हम नहीं ले सकते और आपके लिए इतना से ज़्यादा. Okay, so in the skull, forehead will be one point. Write all of the features, distinctive features, लिख पाओ नहीं लिख पाओ doesn't matter. Tomorrow I am going to provide you with all of the notes. What are the features I am mentioning? Write them. तो थोड़ा दिमाग में घुसेगा. Okay, from the skull vault से पहले we will mention the forehead. Okay, with forehead next point write frontal eminences and parietal eminences. Okay, चलो next you will write, done, written, be a little bit fast. Forehead, after forehead write frontal and parietal eminences. Now in the males the forehead is steeper, females the forehead will be rounder. Okay, understood? स्टीपर का मतलब समझ में आता है? स्टीप यानी कि चढ़ाई. चढ़ाई का मतलब क्या है? इट वोंट बी समथिंग विच इज कर्व्ड और स्लैंट, इट विल बी हाई, वर्टिकल. अंडरस्टूड? तो फोरहेड वर्टिकल होगा. फीमेल में फोरहेड विल बी मोर राउंडेड. ओके, डन. नेक्स्ट, फ्रंटल एंड पैराइटल एमिनेंस, दे आर मोर प्रोमिनेंट इन द फीमेल्स एंड लेस प्रोमिनेंट इन द मेल्स. Okay, this is an exception. Why an exception? Compare yourself with your male batchmates. All of them, they have a more larger, stout figure. है ना, ऑन एन एवरेज, यानी कि उनके हड्डी क्या होंगे, वो भी बड़े होंगे, लार्जर होंगे, स्टाउट होंगे, मोर प्रोमिनेंट होंगे इन जनरल. ठीक है, लेकिन कुछ कुछ चीजों में एक्सेप्शंस है. पेल्विस में एक्सेप्शन आएगा बहुत सारा, स्कल में भी एक्सेप्शन आएगा बहुत सारा. अभी स्कल का हर फीचर विल बी मोर प्रोमिनेंट और बेटर इन केस ऑफ द मेल्स. अंडरस्टूड? देयर विल बी सर्टेन एक्सेप्शंस. आई एम गोइंग टू मेंशन इट. रिमेंबर, वन ऑफ देम आर द फ्रंटल एंड पैराइटल एमिनेंसेस. डन? एवरीबडी समझ में आया? मैंने 3 पॉइंट्स बताए. आफ्टर वी आर डन विद द अपर पार्ट ऑफ द स्कल, देन वी कम डाउन. व्हाट वी फाइंड हियर? बिफोर द ऑर्बिट, अगर स्कल को हम ऐसे नीचे करके आए, फोरहेड के नीचे क्या आता है? दिस पोर्शन, ग्लैबुला. ओके, बिलो द ग्लैबुला व्हाट इज दिस जंक्शन? इफ आई से everybody, frontonasal junction. Okay, so next point will be glabella and frontonasal junction. Okay, written. Glabella more prominent in the males, less prominent in the females. General. ठीक है, frontonasal junction में क्या आएगा? थोड़ा लॉजिकली समझो. If the forehead of a male is steeper, ठीक है, यानी कि चढ़ाई उसमें ज्यादा है, it is more vertical. The nose is an angulated structure. ठीक है, the nose will be like this. तो we will have a proper angulation in case of males, है ना? लगा लॉजिकल? आया समझ में क्यों है? Okay. The forehead in case of males, it will be steeper. Did you understand that? After forehead, there will be the glabella, which will be more prominent in the males. Done? Next comes the nasal bone. The junction of the frontal bone with the nasal bone. Understood? What we say? Frontonasal junction. Okay? Frontonasal junction will be more angulated or sharp in case of males. It will be smooth in a flow in case of females. आया समझ में क्या है difference? Everybody understood? Done? Did you write, ma'am? Did you understand? What did I mention? चलो, after we are done with this, next क्या आता है? स्कल में इसके नीचे के लेवल में आए तो क्या आता है? क्या क्या स्ट्रक्चर्स आते हैं हमारे? Orbits. Okay, before going to the zygomatic process, anything of significance around or above or below the orbits? Supraorbital ridges. तो ऑर्बिट को इकट्ठा खत्म करते हैं orbits, above the orbits the supraorbital ridges. ठीक है? Next, साइड में आता है तो क्या आता है? Zygomatic arch. ठीक है? और the zygomatic process. उसके पीछे here तो it is not mentioned, but what do we find after the zygomatic arch? If this is my zygomatic arch, what do we find here? Say external auricular or external auditory meatus, है ना? उसके पीछे क्या आता है? What is this structure? Mastoid process. So how many things did we find in a line? Orbits, supraorbital ridges, zygomatic arch, external auditory meatus and the mastoid process. Everybody understood? समझ में आया? आस्क हर, मैम डिड यू राइट एवरीथिंग, अंडरस्टूड, आया आपको समझ में? चलो अभी फीचर समझते हैं. ऑर्बिट्स इन केस ऑफ मेल इट विल बी स्क्वायर, ओके, एंड इट विल बी स्मूदर. व्हाट विल बी स्मूदर? द बाउंड्रीज ऑफ द ऑर्बिट, बोन्स है राइट, तो आप अगर बोन्स को ऐसे, इफ आई टच द बोन्स आई कैन फील ये शार्प है कि स्मूथ है. मेल्स में इट विल बी स्मूदर. इन द फीमेल्स द ऑर्बिट्स विल बी बॉल, rounder and margins will be
more
sharp. Okay, done, khatam. Supraorbital, yeah, okay, चलो. Orbits, these are the orbits. Orbits का shape देखना है and sharpness देखना है, दो feature देखना है. Shape in case of males will be square, okay. Female में it will be circular, oval, round, जो भी आप बताना चाहो. Sharpness में क्या आता है? In the males the orbits margins will be smooth. Female में the margins is going to be sharp. Understood? चलो नेक्स्ट. सुप्राऑर्बिटल रिज मेल में प्रोमिनेंट, फीमेल में लेस प्रोमिनेंट. ग्लैबुला प्रोमिनेंट था राइट, उसके साथ सुप्राऑर्बिटल रिज आता है, वो भी प्रोमिनेंट होगा. बेटा समझे आप? आया समझ में कि दोबारा रिपीट करूं मैं? Did you understand? Okay, चलो नेक्स्ट. द zygomatic arch, बोल की होवे?
in case of females they will be more prominent and in case of male they will be less prominent.
zygomatic arch, are you sure? हाँ सही बोल रही है कि गलत बोल रही है? What did I mention? Generalized কি হয় মেলসের মধ্যে? Prominent. Female এর মধ্যে less prominent. Glabella more prominent in the males. मैं फिर से बता रही हूँ. Supraorbital ridges more prominent in the males. Zygomatic arch more prominent in the males. हुआ खत्म. उसके पीछे क्या बताया था मैंने, क्या आता है? एक्सटर्नल ऑडिटरी मीएटस. नाउ एक्सटर्नल ऑडिटरी मीएटस, मीएटस मतलब ओपनिंग, होल लाइक ओपनिंग, ठीक है, इसमें नहीं है बेटा. आई डोंट थिंक इट्स प्रेजेंट हियर एज वेल. अच्छा रुको एक सेकेंड. ओ नहीं नहीं है. लेट मी शो यू, वन सेकेंड. दिस इज एग्जैक्टली नॉट द एक्सटर्नल ऑडिटरी मीएटस बट फॉर नाउ इट हैज टू सफाइस. लेट मी सी. ओके चलो इसमें भी मार्किंग है, कोई ना. सी what is this part? Can anybody say ये क्या है? Styloid process. Very good. This is the mastoid process, external auditory meatus. Now we are not concerned about whole of the external auditory meatus. We are specifically concerned about the superior margin or the border of the external auditory meatus. कौन सा पॉइंट देखना है? समझ में आया? पूरा नहीं. क्या होगा? मेल्स में इट इज गोइंग टू बी प्रोमिनेंट और मच शार्पर. फीमेल्स में इट माइट बी एब्सेंट और लेस प्रोमिनेंट. अंडरस्टूड? Okay, done. Next it will come to the mastoid process आएगा. See in males क्या होता है mastoid process? You tell. Just more prominent, taller, sharper, anything specific? It will be long and it will be narrow and it will be, the tip will be sharp or blunt. What? Sharp, sure. Blunt. Good, very good. Females में क्या होगा? It will be broader, ठीक है, shorter, broader, but the tip is going to be sharp. Females में मैंने क्या दो चीज बताया which is sharp and male में वो blunt है? Orbits and wait, he is going to answer. You answer.
The orbit will be sharper. Then
अभी मैं क्या पढ़ा रही थी? Skull. Was I specifically teaching the skull? Then jaldi.
Frontal nasal.
Then what did I mention? Then
Zygomatic arch.
zygomatic arch directly. उसके पहले orbits. After the orbits?
Then zygomatic arch.
Orbits के ऊपर क्या आता है बेटा? You have your eyebrows or you do not have your eyebrows? Wait. You have your eyebrows. What are these? These are supraorbital ridges. After that, what did I mention? Orbit से अगर laterally हम जाएंगे क्या मिलता है हमको?
Zygomatic arch.
Zygomatic arch. उसके पीछे क्या आता है?
The mastoid process.
उसके सामने क्या आता है? Between the zygomatic arch and the mastoid process, be attentive. I don't have time. I cannot repeat again and again. Absent-minded क्यों हो? ऐसे करोगे, I'll put you absent and I'll make you stand over there. समझ में आया? After zygomatic arch, we have our ears, auricles, external auditory, क्या बोलते हैं उसको? हाँ, external auditory meatus done. उसमें कौन सा पार्ट देखना है? पूरा देखना है? कौन सा पार्ट देखना है बताओ? External auditory meatus का क्या देखोगे sex identification करने के लिए? Which portion? क्या कर रहे थे आप, नहीं सुना? Did you listen? Which part we'll see? Good. Then how does he know, and how is it that you do not know? What were you guys doing? Okay. What will we see? Superior border. Superior border में क्या देखेंगे बताओ? मेल में क्या होता है? U. मेल में generalized superior border of the external auditory meatus क्या आएगा? More prominent कि less prominent? मोर प्रोमिनेंट. फीमेल में लेस प्रोमिनेंट. ओके. एक्सेप्शन कौन से में बताया था? मेस्टॉइड प्रोसेस में बताया था. और किस में बताया था? ऑर्बिट्स में बताया था. किस पॉइंट पे? शार्पनेस पे बताया था. राइट. मेस्टॉइड प्रोसेस, द टिप ऑफ द मेस्टॉइड प्रोसेस इज गोइंग टू बी ब्लंट इन केस ऑफ मेल्स, ओके, एंड शार्पर इन केस ऑफ फीमेल्स. What it is similar to? It is similar to the orbits. Orbits are sharper in case of females, the edge of the orbits, and blunt in case or smoother in case of males. आया समझ में? Done everybody? So we have done until this portion. इतना लेवल तक हो गया स्कल का, खत्म. उसके बाद क्या आता है बेटा? इसके नीचे क्या आएगा? Nasal cavities. Okay? So what is क्या बोलते हैं इसको? Nasal cavity. Nasal cavity से nasal cavity in males. बोलो, आएगा आपको से. ऊंचा शार्प. What can we say? Higher set or lower set are placed higher, okay, and they will be narrower or broader. क्या होगा? Males में it will be narrower, female में it will be broader. ऑब्जर्व करो थोड़ा मैं कैसे पढ़ा रही हूँ, क्या बोल रही हूँ. मेल्स में हर चीज नैरो होता है मोस्टली, फीमेल में इट इज ब्रॉडर. थोड़ा सिमिलरिटी देखो तो फिर इतना रटने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, ठीक है? अदरवाइज तो सब रटना पड़ेगा एंड इट विल बी डिफिकल्ट. बेटा समझ रहे हो ना आप मैं क्या बता रही हूँ? चलो, तो द नेजल कैविटीज इन द मेल्स दे विल बी प्लेस्ड वेयर? हायर और लोअर? हायर. फीमेल में लोअर. हो गया. Males में it is going to be narrower, female में it is going to be broader. Done with the nasal cavities. Now, after the nasal cavity क्या आता है? एक ही पार्ट बाकी है, that is the palate. Okay? Now, अभी मुझे जितना लग रहा है, do not misinterpret the palate, the shape of the hard palate with the arch of the hard palate. We are not talking about the high arched palate. Arch नहीं बता रहे, हम palate के shape बता रहे. If I show you like this, तो क्या shape आता है उसका? Male में ball. What is the shape? U shape. Females में parabolic shape. अंडरस्टूड? हो गया स्कल का. डन विद द स्कल. इतना ही पढ़ना है. चलो. डिड आई मिस एनीथिंग? मेस्टॉइड प्रोसेस, पैलेट, एक्सटर्नल auditory meatus, frontal nasal junction, alveoli. Yes, done. हाँ. ओके, चलो. सी, दिस इज द पैलेट, हार्ड पैलेट. देख लो आप पहले. ओके. नाउ वी आर टॉकिंग रिगार्डिंग द शेप ऑफ दिस पैलेट. सो इट कैन बी शेप लाइक दिस, यू शेप, ठीक है, इन मेल्स. इट कैन बी पैराबोलिक शेप. पैराबोलिक पता है ना, फिजिक्स में पढ़ा है ना आपने पैराबोला. दैट विल बी द शेप इन केस ऑफ फीमेल्स. आया समझ में? मोटा मोटा देखो, यू शेप्ड है नहीं है, उतना देखो. डन, खत्म हो गया. चलो. ओके, नाउ समवन इज गोइंग टू से मी होल ऑफ द स्कल. चलो 3 पार्ट्स में वी कैन डू इट. बेटा आप बताओ. बताओ, चलो बैठ के ही बताओ. फोरहेड में क्या क्या आएगा? जल्दी जल्दी बस फीचर्स बता दो. ऑन द स्कल वॉल्ट क्या देखेंगे? स्कल वॉल्ट से स्टार्ट करो. वॉल्ट मींस द टॉप ऑफ मोस्ट पार्ट, अपर मोस्ट पार्ट. सो एकदम ऊपर से स्टार्ट करो. क्या आएगा?
मेल्स में ज्यादा प्रोमिनेंट होगा.
क्या ज्यादा प्रोमिनेंट होगा? अपर पार्ट. ऐसे मैं बोल सकती हूँ. आपका नाम क्या है?
पलक.
पलक के स्कल के अपर पार्ट में ज्यादा लेस प्रोमिनेंट है, ऐसे बोलूं तो चलेगा. अपर पार्ट कौन सा? व्हाट डिड आई मेंशन ऑन द फर्स्ट पोर्शन? लैंडमार्क्स पता करना है. तो लैंडमार्क्स का नाम वी नीड टू नो, है ना? लैंडमार्क्स वाइज बताओ. स्कल वॉल्ट में क्या देखोगे? फ्रंटल एंड पैराइटल एमिनेंस, ठीक है. तो क्या होगा? मेल में प्रोमिनेंट या फीमेल में प्रोमिनेंट? मेल में प्रोमिनेंट होगा. दिस इज एन एक्सेप्शन. If I want to ask you, I'll ask you. Wait.
फीमेल्स में ज्यादा प्रोमिनेंट.
Male में less prominent. Less. Next, what we see? देखो. Show me. I'll show you one thing. When I am mentioning again and again कि आप टॉप मोस्ट पोर्शन से स्टार्ट करो. आस्क हिम टू लुक. देखो, दिस इज द स्कल वॉल्ट, ठीक है. वॉल्ट का मतलब क्या है? द अपर मोस्ट पार्ट, है ना? तो वॉल्ट में आ रहा है ना फ्रंटल एमिनेंसेस, पैराइटल एमिनेंसेस, उसके बाद फोरहेड आएगा. सो इफ वी स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द अपर मोस्ट पार्ट ऑफ द स्कल, वी विल मेंशन द एमिनेंसेस फर्स्ट, फिर फोरहेड में आते हैं, ठीक है? लॉजिकल लग रहा है. चलो नेक्स्ट आप बताओ. फोरहेड का फीचर बताओ. जल्दी जल्दी करो, एक एक करो, पास करो, खत्म करो. फोरहेड का फीचर बताओ. लुक एट माई सेल्फ, माई फेस एंड से. डोंट लुक हियर.
In case of female,
Which is the forehead? Point it. Yes. Female में क्या होगा?
it is more long.
And males?
It is more.
Males में look here. look here, look at my face. Steeping. चलो steep का मतलब क्या है पता, चढ़ाई, यानी something which is vertical. This is vertical, right? तो मेल में इतना straight होता है, फीमेल में थोड़ा slant होता है, curved होता है. आया समझ में? Next, you say, next feature से जल्दी बताओ. After forehead, then मुझे पूछ रहे हो, मैं आंसर करूं आपको?
Orbital area.
आफ्टर द फोरहेड व्हाट इज देयर? फोरहेड के बाद ये पोर्शन, इसका नाम क्या है? ग्लैबुला. ग्लैबुला क्या होगा मेल में? क्या होगा मेल में? क्या होगा ग्लैबुला? प्रोट्रूडेड कि प्रोमिनेंट? फीमेल में क्या होगा? नेक्स्ट फीचर बॉल.
Glabella will be and then supra orbit.
आफ्टर द ग्लैबुला
This orbits
कम डाउन, नीचे क्या आता है?
orbit.
ग्लैबुला की ठीक नीचे क्या आता है? Between the frontal bone and the frontonasal junction, what will be in the male and what will be in the female?
The frontonasal junction will be
Is it prominent? Is prominent the right term to be used?
be more deep.
Angulated. Female में it will be smoothly curved. Okay, smooth and curved. Next feature बताओ.
Orbits. In male, it's round.
Shape बताओ. Male में
Square.
and the margins.
Blunt.
Female में.
Male में round and sharp.
Okay, next बताओ. After the orbits, what do we see? After the orbits, what do we see? Look at my face and answer. Around my orbits, what are there? Supraorbital ridges. अभी तो देखा है. So what is the point? चलो next pass it to him. I know he can answer. चलो बताओ उसके बाद क्या देखोगे? Zygomatic arch. क्या होगा feature?
It is more prominent in males and less in females.
Answer next.
External orbital meatus.
External auditory. हाँ ठीक है, या फिर ऑरिकल मेटस चलेगा. उसके बताओ कौन सा पोर्शन देखोगे? एक्सटर्नल ऑडिटरी मेटस. अपर को हम एनाटॉमिकली मेडिकली क्या बोलते हैं? सुपीरियर. लर्न ऑल ऑफ दीज टर्म्स. इट्स नॉट थोड़ा इधर ऐसे नहीं. मीडियल, लैटरल, इंटीरियर, पोस्टीरियर, सुपीरियर, इंफीरियर, ये टर्म्स तो सीखो. ओके चलो, सुपीरियर में क्या आता है? मोर प्रोमिनेंट इन मेल्स और मोर प्रोमिनेंट इन फीमेल्स? And less in females. Give it to him. Chalo, say about the palate now. In and female में फिजिक्स में जो पढ़ा था, क्या पढ़ा था? पैराबोलिक. आंसर, गिव इट टू मी, गिव द स्कल टू मी. आप बताओ नीजल कैविटी का बताओ आप जल्दी लास्ट पॉइंट.
Male it will be high place and low, and in female it will be lower place and broad.
Very good. You are from which school?
Oxford.
I know. Good. Chalo, nice. Next. Done. Everybody skull समझ में आया? Sex का कुछ बाकी है? Should I repeat anything else? Done. चलो जल्दी करते. Now we will go to the age of the skull. Skull के ages में again you need to know the bony landmarks and where it is present. Okay, we will start with this part. Okay, चलो. So age কি দেখতে লাগে বল? এজের মধ্যে স্কাল থেকে কি কি আছে? You will look for what things for the age identification? Sutures and fontanelles. Okay. Also another part is there which is present in the this one क्या बोलते हैं उसको? फॉर्म में है. কোনটা ছিল যেটা কেউ आंसर করতে পারেনি? Nobody could answer it. Regarding something regarding the teeth. Dental charting is used for age estimation. Okay, so in case of age estimation from the dead as well as the living, primarily we are doing the living part today. ठीक है, on the next week you will be shown radiologies, radiological slides, यानी कि x-rays जो हम primarily बताते हैं. क्यों बताते हैं वो x-ray? So that we can see the ossification centers. ठीक है, in a alive I cannot take out her bones and cut them and check कि सारा ossification center आया कि नहीं. So radiology is a good source, good method जहाँ से हम ossification center पता कर सकते हैं. Okay, if somebody is dead then we can get the dry bones. Okay, and we can look ossification center has appeared or not, fused or unfused. Done. समझ में आया? Another thing is dental charting. Parijat ma'am is going to come and take your classes next week. Be very attentive. अगर नहीं समझ में आ रहा तो 50 बार पूछो, लेकिन सीख के जाओ, because इससे question you guys know right? It will come. Nobody could answer. There is no more time. एक ही बार पढ़ाया जाएगा. पढ़ के आना और आके सुनना. Done. Dental examination is also very important for identification of age. Okay. So now we are going to go for प्राइमरीली स्कल का एक्सरे क्या आएगा स्कल में से, अगर एज पता करना है तो सूचर्स एंड द फॉन्टेनेलीज. यू नो व्हाट सूचर्स आर? दीज पोर्शंस, द फ्यूजिंग पार्ट्स बिटवीन द फ्लैट बोन्स ऑफ द स्कल. ओके, दीज आर द सूचर्स. फॉन्टेनेलीज कौन सा पोर्शन है? दिस इज अ फॉन्टेनेली, दिस इज अ फॉन्टेनेली. ओके, वी हैव वन मोर फॉन्टेनेली हियर, अनदर फॉन्टेनेली वी हैव अराउंड हियर. ओके, डन. चलो, नाउ रिगार्डिंग द एज आइडेंटिफिकेशन वी नीड टू नो अबाउट ऑसिफिकेशन सेंटर्स. चलो, सेंटर का मतलब क्या है पता है सबको? व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ सेंटर? समझ में आ रहा है ना? जनरलाइज टर्म, यू नो व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ सेंटर. ऑसिफिकेशन का मतलब क्या है? फॉर्मेशन ऑफ अ बोन. सो व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ ऑसिफिकेशन सेंटर? सेंटर्स फ्रॉम वेयर बोन्स आर फॉर्म्ड. ओके, प्राइमरी एंड सेकेंडरी. डू यू अंडरस्टैंड द टर्म मीनिंग ऑफ दीज थिंग्स? प्राइमरी मीन्स समथिंग which comes first, secondary means something which will come later. Okay, primary ossification centers are primarily those part, yani ki mainly those portions which will appear in any sort of individuals before they are born. Understood? What is the meaning of primary ossification center? So secondary क्या आएगा? If I take birth as a timeline and before birth अगर primary है तो birth के बाद वाला क्या बोलेंगे? Secondary. Now secondary तो ऐसा नहीं है कि किसी भी age में आ जाएगा. There is a specific age, right? When there is growth spurt in your bodies, that means your puberty or your early adulthood. जब suddenly आपका सब male as well as females they have an external growth more, तब आता है आपका secondary ossification centers. Understood everybody? Okay, चलो. Primary ossification center is going to form which part? Wall, long bones. Which portion of the long bone?
Metaphysis.
Metaphysis. Are you sure?
Shaft.
Shaft, also known as diaphysis. Good. So secondary ossification centers are going to form the ends, which is also known as, बताओ, डरो मत, मैं आप ही से बात कर रही हूँ. Epiphysis, also known as the ends of the bones, है ना? The fusing portion or the midway portion, यानी कि junction between the epiphysis and the diaphysis is known as metaphysis. Okay, चलो, done. Now, अच्छा, okay, see, देखो, दिस इज द शाफ्ट. ठीक है, अभी कॉमन सेंस का बात है. अगर किसी भी बच्चे में फीमर, ह्यूमरस, फ्लैट बोन को छोड़ के इवन द वर्टिब्रे दैट वी हैव, दीज आर स्मॉल बोन्स बट दे हैव अपर लोअर इन द मिडिल पार्ट, राइट? अगर ये लंबा वाला पोर्शन ही नहीं रहेगा देन इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल फॉर एवरीबडी और एनीबडी टू बी बोर्न विद अ स्केलेटल फ्रेमवर्क, राइट? कॉमन सेंस का बात है, समझ में आ रहा है सबको? लॉजिकल, ठीक है. सो बर्थ से पहले अगर आप भूल भी जाओ, याद रखने का तरीका बता रही हूं मैं, अगर आप भूल भी जाओ इंट्रायूटेराइन लाइफ में क्या आएगा? प्राइमरीली तो ये बोन्स तो वी नीड इट, राइट? अदरवाइज वी कैन नॉट बी बोर्न विदाउट इट, है ना? सो द प्राइमरी ऑसिफिकेशन सेंटर्स आर गोइंग टू बी फॉर्म्ड इन यूटेरो. डन. सेकेंडरी ऑसिफिकेशन सेंटर्स, सपोज वी डू नॉट हैव दीज पोर्शंस but it's still possible for that individual to stand at least, okay, or to have a skeletal framework, so they will be born after birth. Okay, next, can you see these black lines? Is something visible? Some discontinuity is visible here. These are known as what? Answer. This portion is known as epiphyseal plates. What are the epiphyseal plates? These are the portions where the fusion or the joining of the primary and the secondary ossification center, that is the diaphysis and the epiphysis, should happen. Okay, now till in radiology, for your understanding I'm mentioning, simply look at the black lines. Okay, here you can see a black line. Okay, this joint you can see a black line. Can you see any black line here? Visible? Everybody? सबको दिख रहा है? चलो, next, see, can you see a black line here? Has anybody by any chance or means seen fracture? किसी ने कभी fracture का X-ray देखा है? Anybody has seen at your home or some place at your life? देखा है ना? They do look like these, right? Something broken, a line which is present, ठीक है? In between a white color structure, ठीक है? Now, see, this is the cortex of the bone. What is the meaning of cortex? Anything which has an outer boundary or outer covering, okay? That is known as the cortex. So, if we see a breach in the cortex, that is a discontinuity in the cortex, that means either for you guys, what will it be? Fracture hoga ki non-fusion hoga? What will it be? Non-fusion. That means the epiphyseal plate is still existing, okay? Chalo. Now, if there is no such black line present, then we are going to consider that an individual is above that certain age limit. Okay. For example, radiology classes will be taken next week. Okay. So kindly focus and see those classes. Chalo. Now, this, which is this bone? Can you guys identify lateral view of which bone? Sternum. Very good, sternum. Chalo. Can you see gaps in this one? Or it is continuously fusion? Where are there gaps? Here is gap present here? Here gap present? Think and answer. No. Okay. Here any gap present here? Huh? See, there are two borders, lower and the upper, inferior and the superior, in posterior and the anterior. Is there gap present? There is no gap in the posterior, but there is gap present in the interior part. Okay. If you look nicely, if you look with focus, then you can find out. Between the, क्या बोलते हैं उसको? Manubrium sterni and the body of the sternum, there is a clear gap present. Okay, chalo. For instance, I am giving you one example. Try and understand from that example. Okay, the manubrium sterni is supposed to fuse or join with the body of the sternum around 60 to 70 years of life. Okay, काफी late. Chalo. So in this X-ray, if I take this X-ray and this is given at your exam, then what would you say? There is no fusion. इसका मतलब क्या है? That individual is above or below 60 years of age. Below 60 years of age. Understood? कैसे आंसर करना है? XYZ individual, depending upon whatever I have examined, that individual is below 60 years of age. Okay? Now, if you see, suppose if I consider, if for instance, just for now I am saying that the xiphoid process has been fused with the body. Okay? That means what? What age?
The person is above 60 but below 70.
Below
70 years. The
70 years.
Largest ever.
Why 70 years? Xiphoid process is supposed to fuse with the body at what age? Do you remember? 40 years of age. So what will we say? The person is above 40 years of age but below 60 years of age. Understood? Okay, chalo. Did you guys understand how we are supposed to answer in a range? Now, it's not like we can answer in 15, 20, 25 years of range. Nah, this will be too much gross. So what is the minimal range? What did I repeat just now? What is the range that I mentioned just now?
Between 40 and between 40 and less than 60.
So the point is, try and answer with a range of 2 years. Okay, if possible. नहीं अगर आपके पास उतना information है, then it is fine. But try and answer with a range of 2 years अगर possible है, then it is the best thing to do. Okay, understood? चलो. Now we'll start with the skull bone. In the skull bone again, I am going to mention lot of anatomical landmarks. Know these anatomical landmarks. All of your batchmates have been provided with specifically this classes के slides. You guys have na slides. I asked you to click pictures, है ना? Do you guys remember? Provide everything to your batchmates. Tomorrow I am going to provide everything again. For now, know all of the landmarks. Go and study the corresponding age of fusion. ये रटने का पॉइंट है, उसके अलावा कुछ नहीं है. ठीक है? कौन से एज में फ्यूज होता है वो पढ़ के आएंगे, सीख के आएंगे. स्कल जितना भी रेडियोलॉजी दिया जाएगा उसमें देखेंगे. अगर फ्यूजन है above that age, नहीं है तो below that age. रेंज में आंसर करेंगे. ओके, डन. चलो, फर्स्ट थिंग इन द स्कल, राइट द फीचर्स जस्ट. ओके, बस फीचर्स लिखो, देन आई विल मेंशन एपिफाइसियल प्लेट इज डन, दिस इज आल्सो डन. ओके, चलो, लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द fontanelles. सो व्हाट इज दिस? दिस इज द एंटीरियर fontanelle, आल्सो नोन एज, बी फास्ट, ब्रैगमा. पीपल, यू हैव पास्ड एनाटॉमी जस्ट नाउ ना, तो आपको तो मेरे से ज्यादा आना चाहिए. So you guys will teach me today. Okay, chalo. Anterior fontanelle. After the anterior fontanelle, what is this part? Posterior fontanelle. Two fontanelles that we are supposed to know. Okay. And the two fontanelles that we are supposed to know, sphenoid and the mastoid fontanelles. Okay. Also, हम कैसे पता करेंगे fontanelle है कि नहीं है? We need to know the bones through which these are formed, है ना? वरना तो randomly कोई भी bone कोई कुछ भी fontanelle बोलेगा. So the anterior fontanelle is formed of which bones? What are these bones? Frontal. These parietal. Shape of the anterior fontanelle, diamond shaped. What is this suture? Also known as metopic suture. Very good. Chalo. Now the occipital posterior fontanelle also known as what? Lambda. Formed by which bones? Are you understanding, ma'am? Huh? What is the shape of the posterior fontanelle? Say. Look and say, what is the shape of the posterior fontanelle here? What is the shape of this fontanelle? It is triangular in shape, right? ठीक है, आ गया समझ में? Now, next we go to the sphenoid fontanelle and the mastoid fontanelle. Okay, sphenoid fontanelle is formed of frontal bone, this parietal bone. What is this bone? Sphenoid का कौन सा part? अच्छा आंसर, व्हाट इज दिस बोन फर्स्ट? टेम्पोरल बोन. ओके, ओनली सिर्फ एक ही को पता है टेम्पोरल बोन. दिस इज द टेम्पोरल बोन. ओके, व्हाट इज दिस पोर्शन? टेम्पोरल बोन ना, देयर इज नथिंग एल्स हियर. नाउ थिंक, वी हैव टू विंग्स इन द स्पिनॉइड, लेसर एंड द ग्रेटर विंग्स. द लेसर विंग्स, उसका नाम ही लेसर है, इट इज स्मॉल. It's not possible for it to traverse so much of distance and go to the outer or the lateral part of the skull. Understood? So by default, ये कौन सा part होगा? Greater wing of the sphenoid. Did you understand which portion? You both understood? Okay. चलो. Now the mastoid fontanelle is made up of occipital bones. Okay. What is this part? Parietal bones. And actually the temporal bone is supposed to come here. None other bone. 3 bones. Understood the fontanelle? Done? चलो. Next we are going to go towards the sutures of the skull bone. Suture. I think this will be nice. Who is going to say? What did I repeat? मैम आप बताओ क्या क्या पढ़ाया, कौन सा 4 fontanelle के बारे में बताया मैंने? आप आंसर करो फास्ट, बी लिटिल बिट फास्ट, मेरी तरफ देख के बताओ. आई विल हेल्प. स्टार्ट विद द इंटीरियर पोर्शन. क्या आता है इंटीरियरली? नहीं सॉरी, इंटीरियरली क्या आता है? डोंट टॉक. इंटीरियर फ्रंटल बोन के पीछे कौन सा fontanelle आता है? इंटीरियर fontanelle. ठीक है, नाम से ऐसे ही याद रखो. पोस्टीरियर में कौन सा fontanelle आएगा? पोस्टीरियर fontanelle, also known as lambda. Anterior fontanelle, also known as bregma. हो गया खत्म. Now we have 2 more fontanelles to be remembered, sphenoid and the mastoid. ठीक है, this is the ear. Behind the ear we have the mastoid process. उसके पीछे fontanelle आ रहा है, mastoid fontanelle. Okay, here we have another fontanelle which is near the greater wing of sphenoid. क्या होगा नाम? by default the sphenoid fontanelle. समझ में आया आपको कौन से 4 fontanelle है? Okay, चलो. Now we will go to the sutures. So we have sagittal suture. We need to remember the coronal suture, lambdoid suture. Are you guys writing whatever features I am mentioning? लिखो बस, वही जाके बाद में पढ़ के देखना. चलो लिखो the sagittal suture. Then we'll see the coronal suture, the lambdoid suture, and the parieto-temporal suture. Primarily 4 sutures. Okay. First, we'll have the sagittal suture, which goes through the sagittal plane. Everybody knows which is the sagittal plane. Can you see? See, sagittal suture. First, आप sir, excuse me sir, आप लिख लो एक बार. I'll project this. You can see. आप लिखो. Okay, sagittal suture. Then write the coronal suture, lambdoid suture, parieto-temporal suture. Understood? Everybody? Okay. So sagittal suture, everybody knows it goes through the sagittal plane. Which is the sagittal plane of the skull? This one. This is the sagittal plane. Am I saying right or I am saying wrong? Is this the sagittal plane? This one. This section of the skull, is this a sagittal section? Huh? Which is the sagittal section? This is a sagittal section of the skull. आप जब आप nasopharynx उसका मिला था ना कैडेवर में, that nasopharynx we can see via the sagittal section. याद रहेगा ऐसे, ठीक है? We go like this through and through. Okay? चलो. After the sagittal section there are 2 sections, coronal suture and the lambdoid suture. अभी याद रखना कि कौन सा आगे आता है, कौन सा पीछे आता है. Say which is the coronal suture? This one or this one? You. Which one? This is the coronal. Are you sure? This is the coronal. This is the coronal.
Corner and then
This is the coronal suture.
corner lambert. Lambert के पीछे ना corner.
Which is the coronal suture? Say.
This is the coronal.
Which is this suture?
This is the sagittal suture.
What did I mention just now? The plane which goes through the nasopharynx, in which we can see the nasopharynx, that section is known as the sagittal section. The suture which goes through the sagittal section is the sagittal suture. Everybody saw? Is it visible to you guys? If not visible, then ask. This will be the sagittal suture. Coronal suture, lambdoid suture. आया समझ में? Done? चलो. Next, we have ये इंटीरियर पोर्शन है कि ओके, दिस इज रॉन्ग एक्चुअली. ठीक है, कोई ना, मैं आपको सुनो, मैं आपको कल सारा करेक्ट जितना भी है, मैंने फर्स्ट क्लास में कुछ चीजें गलत हुई है. ओ अनदर थिंग गाइज, लिसन, द राइट पिक्चर्स टुमारो. समबडी विल कम एंड क्लिक. इट विल टेक हाफ एन आवर टू 40 minutes. आई विल मेक अ PDF of everything. हाँ, ये सजाइटल सूचर है। देखो बेटा सुनो, नेजोफेरिंग्स का आपने देखा है ना सेक्शन, एनाट में, हिस्टो में, सब ने देखा है ग्रॉस, ठीक है, हम लोग देखते हैं नेजोफेरिंग्स गोज थ्रू द सजाइटल सूचर और द सजाइटल प्लेन। सजाइटल प्लेन कौन सा है? इट्स थ्रू एंड थ्रू लाइक दिस, राइट? दिस इज गोइंग टू बी द सजाइटल सूचर। डन। कोरोनल और लेम्डोइड बाकी है, सामने का कोरोनल, पीछे का लेम्डोइड। एम आई टेलिंग राइट और रॉन्ग? से correct? Sure, correct? Okay, chalo. Next remaining the parieto-temporal suture. Okay, it will come between the parietal and the temporal bone. Obviously, this suture done. 4 sutures खत्म हो गया. चलो, अभी इसको याद कैसे रखेंगे? Remember another thing regarding the sutures. There is a generalized rule regarding ossification center. Okay, I am mentioning it now. Notes में है, देख लेना. Every ossification center appears earlier in the female as compared to the males. Now, how much earlier? It will appear 1 year by 1 year. It will appear earlier in the females and later in the males, including dentition. Teeth are also bones, right? They will also appear 1 year earlier in the females and 1 year later as compared 1 year later in the male. Understood? First. Second rule, whichever ossification center is going to appear early, they are going to ultimately fuse later or late. Okay? क्या बताया मैंने? 2 आंसर। अब बताओ, जल्दी बताओ। No, the guy in front of you. Sir, answer. Every ossification center or whichever ossification centers appears earlier, they will fuse. आइडियली क्या होना चाहिए? जो चीज पहले आया है उसका फ्यूजन पहले होना चाहिए कि नहीं, है ना? Why will it take so much time? But in medical science, everything is an exception. So the ossification center which is going to appear early, it is going to fuse later. Okay? Now in the females, what happens? Ossification center male में भी आएगा, female में भी आएगा, है ना? There is a general difference as well. In the females, all of the ossification centers as well as the dentition, यानी कि teeth, these are also bones. So they will also have ossification centers, right? Males में, females में ossification center and teeth will appear earlier. Male में they will appear later. Okay? Are you feeling sleepy? You? Okay, चलो. Now, how much will, by what time it will appear earlier? ऐसा तो नहीं कि 15-20 साल पहले आ जाएगा. 1 साल के आसपास it will appear earlier in the females and it will appear later by 1 year in the males. Done? This one. Next point is regarding the sutures that we are studying. Now, sutures, for example, skull. Everybody has seen individual skull bones, frontal, parietal, occipital. ठीक है ना? So, if I consider this is the frontal bone and this is one border of the bone that I am seeing, there are 2 surfaces. There is the upper part, superior, and there is the lower part, inferior. Okay, so outer portion, what we usually say, it is ecto, right? Inner part we mention as endo. Okay, so the suture, it's fusing or fusion हो रहा है ना right suture में. So in the sutures we can say ecto suture का fusion and the endo suture का fusion. यानी fusion of the suture might start from outside and come towards the inner portion. It also might start from the inner table and go towards the outer table. समझ में आया मैंने क्या बताया अभी? It will fuse from the outer to the inner part, mid point में आके fusion होगा सबका. Okay? Now, supposedly we find कि inner portion of the suture से the suture start fusing and it's going towards the outer table. Okay? Yet the outer table of the skull has, or the suture has not fused and it has not reached towards the inner table yet. Now, there is discrepancy between the two, है ना? In one portion, are you feeling sleepy a little bit? Go and splash some water. Go. Be fast. Okay, so what will we say? We will look for the ectosuture fusion, ectosuture ka fusion and the fusion of the endosuture. Everybody, is it visible? Okay, now which is more dependable? It might happen, right? There might be some sort of discrepancies that we are finding ki suture ka fusion nahi hua hai, to kya pakdenge? If we see the fusion of the endosuture is present, that is going to be more dependable as compared to the fusion of the ectosuture. Understood everyone? Okay, now fusion of the sutures or the endosutures will start by 25 years of age. Okay? क्या बताया मैंने? Somebody repeat. You repeat. Yes. Fusion of?
Ectosuture will start about 25 years of age.
Did I say ecto or endo?
Endo.
Are you sure? Did I say endo or did I say ecto? गलत भी तो बता सकती हूँ ना मैं. की बोले ची बोल? Endo. समझ में आया? Endosuture fusion of the inner table fusion is dependable than fusion from the outer table. Okay, understood? Now fusion of the inner table will start around 25 years of age, but there is an exception. What is the exception? Every fusion occurs earlier in the females, right? ओसिफिकेशन सेंटर पहले आएगा, फ्यूजन बाय डिफॉल्ट फीमेल में पहले होता है, बट इन द स्कल बोन दैट इज द सूचर्स फ्यूजन विल occur earlier in the males and later in the females. Understood? Now by how much time? By 1 year. Okay, याद रहेगा 1 year 1 year 1 year. Anybody who did not understand? Did you guys understand or you guys did not understand? Understood? Okay, chalo. Another thing is regarding the fontanelles, should I say it? Fontanelles के बारे में remember 3 things. Okay, at birth, then remember the age 6 months, and then remember the age of 2 years or 1.5 years. Okay? क्या बोला मैंने? At birth, then 6 months, then 2 years to 1.5 years. Okay? Now, the mastoid fontanelle, it's going to fuse right after birth. Okay, then the posterior fontanelle is going to fuse and the anterior fontanelle fuses later. ভুল বলেছি না ঠিক বলেছি বল? I'll repeat. ভুল বলেছি না ঠিক বলেছি বল? You have no idea. Okay. Mastoid fontanelle, where does it come? Mastoid fontanelle कहाँ आता है? यहाँ दिखाया था, right? This is the mastoid fontanelle. This is going to fuse right after birth. Okay? Next क्या आता है उसके पीछे? ये anteriorly placed है कि posteriorly placed है mastoid fontanelle? It is placed posteriorly. आसपास में क्या फ्यूजन आ रहा है? Posterior fontanelle is coming. Posterior fontanelle is going to fuse around 6 months of age. Okay? Anterior fontanelle is going to fuse the latest around 1.5 years or 2 years. Understood? বুঝেছিস কিভাবে হবে? We will start down, we'll go up, and then we'll come front. Done? हाँ. The mastoid fontanelle. ठीक है? Sphenoid fontanelle will also fuse around 6 to 8 months of age. But आप mastoid याद रखो, posterior याद रखो, anterior याद रखो. इतना firstly रखो. चलो. Now next done. Coming back to the sutures. Now we need to know how the sutures fuse. So for the fusion of the sutures, it's not like everything is going to fuse at once, right? We divide the sutures into segments for looking into their fusion. Okay. Sagittal suture is going to be divided into 3 segments: anterior, middle, and the posterior. 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. Understood? Now we are left with the coronal suture and the lambdoid suture. Okay, so for the coronal suture and the lambdoid suture, we divide them into the upper half and the lower half. Okay, chalo, see upper half, lower half, the upper portion, lower portion. Okay, sagittal suture कैसे करेंगे? Anterior 1/3, middle 1/3, posterior 1/3. Okay, this go and study. I am mentioning it specifically. Book में जाके पढ़ना, अलग अलग book में अलग अलग दिया हुआ है. Recently जो मैंने पढ़ा है, जो मैंने देखा correction किया, वो मैं आपको बता रही हूँ. It might differ in your book. Stick to the book that you are studying. Okay, understood? चलो. Now in case of the sagittal suture, we have divided. Firstly क्या बताया मैंने? Endo suture will start fusing around 25 years of age. Okay, remember 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60. ऐसे ऐसे रेंज में याद रखते हैं. 5 उसके बाद 10 10 10. Okay, समझ रहे हो ना आप दोनों? मैं क्या बता रही हूँ? Are you guys understanding? Okay, now after 25 years of age, we will start with 25 years of age. Okay, now we move to 30 to 40 year. 30 to 40 year क्या होगा? Sagittal suture में it will start posteriorly, posterior 1/3. We move anteriorly, we come back to the middle segment. क्या बोला? समझ में आया? नहीं. 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. Fusion कैसे होगा? After 25 years, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60. These are the age ranges. Okay, now for easier understanding, I am saying start sagittal suture में पीछे से start करते हैं. Start from the posterior part. We will go to the anterior part. We'll come back to the middle part. Understood? तो क्या आएगा range? 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60. Okay? अगर ऐसे करके याद कर सकते हैं, it might help. Otherwise, you have to mug up. Okay? Done. Next, we go to the coronal suture and we go to the lambdoid suture. Okay? How did we divide it? Upper portion, middle portion. यानी कि upper half, upper half and lower half. Okay? Understood? How do we deal with them? We'll start from the lower part. We will go up. Okay? We will go back up, and then we'll come down. क्या बोला? समझ में आया? We start with the lower part, we'll go up, we'll come back, we'll deal with the up, and then we'll come down. Okay? Okay, chalo. The age range here, yes, I'll repeat obviously. Did you understand the sagittal suture? Okay, chalo. For the coronal and the lambdoid suture, we'll divide into the lower portion, upper portion, lower portion, upper portion. Okay? Coronal and the lambdoid कैसे याद रखना है? Start with the anterior से start करते हैं, anterior के lower part से start करते हैं. Okay, we'll start here. We'll go up to the upper half. We'll come back to the upper half of the lambdoid suture, and then we'll go down to the lower half of the lambdoid suture. याद आया? समझ में आया सबको? Now, age ranges क्या होगा? It is 50 to 60 years of age. Is it correct? No, sorry. It's 40 to 50 years of age. ठीक है? Start with 40. 40 to 50 years. This is 50 to 60 years of age. दोनों का upper part is same. 50 to 60, 50 to 60 years of age. Come down 70 to 80 years of age. Understood? 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 50 to 60, 70 to 80 years. हो गया? Now remember 70 to 80. कैसे? यहाँ पे ये खत्म हुआ, राइट? नाउ देयर इज द पैराइटल एंड द पैराइटोटेम्पोरल सुचर. नाउ सी, लॉजिकली देखो एक चीज, फ्रंटल बोन का हो गया पूरा इस पार्ट का फ्यूजन डन बाय दिस एज, तो पूरा जो क्या बोलते हैं पैराइटल बोन का भी फ्यूजन खत्म हो गया. क्या रिमेनिंग आ रहा है? टेम्पोरल बोन आ रहा है. तो अगर ये सारा पार्ट फ्यूज हो गया, इट्स हाईली मतलब इट्स हाईली अनलाइकली कि बाकी का पोर्शन विल नॉट बी फ्यूज्ड बाय दैट टाइम. मींस द पैराइटल एंड द टेम्पोरल पैराइटोटेम्पोरल सुचर विल बी फ्यूज्ड बाय 70 टू 80 इयर्स ऑफ एज. ठीक है? आया समझ में? इसका जितना था उसी का हम कंटिन्यू करके जाएंगे आगे. ट्राई एंड डेवलप सम फॉर्म ऑफ कोरिलेशन, इट विल बी हेल्पफुल. ठीक है? आई एम अगेन एंड अगेन स्ट्रेसिंग ऑन दिस पॉइंट, अदरवाइज पूरा जंबल अप करके पढ़ना पड़ेगा. ओके, नेक्स्ट वी गो टू द बेस ऑफ द स्कल. बेस ऑफ द स्कल में 3 स्ट्रक्चर्स देखना है. ओके, वी आल्सो नीड टू लुक फॉर द टेरियन एंड द एस्टेरियन. ये दोनों लैंडमार्क्स पे आप थोड़ा देखना, कौन से एज में फ्यूज होता है ये देखना. ठीक है? दीज आर फॉर्म्ड बाय व्हिच पार्ट? टेरियन एंड द एस्टेरियन. टेरियन इज फॉर्म्ड बाय फ्रंटल, पैराइटल, टेम्पोरल एंड द ग्रेटर विंग ऑफ द स्फेनॉइड. समझ में आया? इट्स द सेम. एस्टेरियन इज फॉर्म्ड बाय पैराइटल एंड द क्या बोलते हैं उसको, ऑक्सीपिटल एंड द टेम्पोरल बोन. ठीक है? डन. चलो नेक्स्ट, इन द बेस ऑफ द स्कल वी हैव टू In the base of the skull, we have to look for 3 primary things. First thing, you will look the squamous part of the occipital bone. What is the meaning of squamous? Squamous means ball, smooth. ठीक है? Are there condyles, ridges, elevation in this segment? अगर मैं पीछे का पकड़ रही हूँ, no, right? So this is the smoother part of the occipital bone. उसका fusion we need to check with the condylar parts of the occipital bones. You know ना, these are condyles. You know this, in the base of the skull में आता है, right? Next, second part of the condyles. Third part, we need to check for the basisphenoid. What is the meaning of basisphenoid? Basi means base. Sphenoid का मतलब sphenoid and मतलब sphenoid bone. Base of the sphenoid bone. Okay? And we need to check for the basi-occiput. Base occiput means the occipital bone. So the base of the occipital bone. So first we will look for the squamous part of the occipital bone, fusion with the condylar segment of the occipital bone. Okay? First point. Second point, fusion of the condylar part of the occipital bone with the base of the occipital bone, यानी कि the basi-occiput. Okay. Next, we'll look for the fusion of the basi-occiput with the basisphenoid. Means the fusion somewhere here. Understood everybody? Everybody understood कि कौन सा 3 फीचर देखना है? कौन बताएगा? No. Okay, I'll explain it again. देखो. My goodness, there is okay, there is no this one. I cannot show it. इतना तो आप देख सकती हो ना. दिस इज द स्मूदर पार्ट. ठीक है? ऑक्सीपिटल बोन है, स्मूदर पार्ट ऑफ द ऑक्सीपिटल बोन, यानी कि स्क्वामस पार्ट ऑफ द ऑक्सीपिटल बोन. नाउ ओके, नाउ दीज आर द कॉन्डाइल्स ऑफ द ऑक्सीपिटल बोन. आइडियली इट शुड बी व्हाट इज दिस स्ट्रक्चर? फोरामेन मैग्नम. ओनली शी नोज, सिर्फ उनको पता है, बाकियों को नहीं पता. क्या है ये पार्ट बताओ? फोरामेन मैग्नम. व्हाट आर दीज? Condyles of the occipital bone. What is this portion that I mentioned? Squamous part of the occipital bone. चलो, now condyle के आगे, this is the base of the skull, right? जहाँ पे सारे foraminals होते हैं. So this is the continuation of the occipital bone itself. What is this part of the skull then? Basi-occiput. Okay. These are the greater wings of the sphenoid. उससे लग के some structure is coming towards the behind or the posterior of the skull. What will be that part? Basi-sphenoid. So we will look for the fusion in 3 parts. Squamous part of the occipital bone, fusion with the condylar part of the occipital bone. 1. Second, condylar part of the occipital bone, fusion with the base of the occipital bone, यानी कि basi-occiput. Okay. Third, fusion of the basi-occiput with the base of the sphenoid, basi-sphenoid. Ma'am, did you understand? हाँ, done now? Okay. Age group क्या होंगे उसके? Remember 3 years, 5 years, 18 to 21 years. Am I saying it correct or I am saying it wrong? You do not know. Why you do not know? 21 years. जब आप adult होते हैं, right? Females when they become adult, 18 years. Males when they become adults, 21 years. So remember, ऐसे remember, okay? Now, fusion of the squamous part of the occipital bone with the condylar part of the occipital bone occurs around 3 years of age, most probably. ठीक है? घर पे जाके थोड़ा check करना आप लोग ये. And no, it occurs around 3 years of age. Fusion of the condylar part of the occipital bone with the basi-occiput will occur around 5 years of age. Fusion of the basi-occiput will occur with the basi-sphenoid at around 18 to 21 years of age. Understood, everybody?
Repeat the condylar with the basi-occiput.
Condylar with the basi-occiput, तू ही बोल. 5 years of age, 5 to 7 years of age range है, ठीक है? And fusion of the basi-occiput with the basi-sphenoid occurs around 18 to 21 years of age. Another is around 3 years of age. Everybody go at your home, look in your book. जो लिखा है उसी से stick करना. मैं बार बार बता रही हूँ. Things keep on changing. Edition wise भी change होगा, ठीक है? अगर आप specific edition से पढ़ रहे हो, याद करके आना कौन सा edition से पढ़ रहे हो. Okay, repeat everything. You. जल्दी रिपीट करो आप. चलो, we are done with the age from the skull. Okay, next only cephalic index remains, means the race remains. Repeat fast.
In 3 years of age, there will be the fusion of
What are the 4 sutures that we need to know for identification of age from the skull?
sagittal,
Yes, and
lambdoid suture,
and
parietotemporal.
parietotemporal suture. What are the fontanelles that we need to know? Who'll answer? She'll answer. Call her. What are the fontanelles? Yes, you. What are the fontanelles that we need to know for the age identification? Be fast. Anterior. Then look at my face. Anterior and posterior and something behind, in front of the ear and something behind the ear. Behind the ear, what was that? Some process. Mastoid process. So, mastoid fontanelle. Something related to the greater wing of sphenoid. What is that? Sphenoid fontanelle. Understood? 4. Asterion, terion, we need to look. Base of the skull में क्या 3 structure था? See, say, base of the skull, what will we see? 3 features. Squamous part, squamous what?
The outer the smooth part of the back of the skull is squamous.
Squamous of what? There is squamous part of the temporal bone, of the parietal bone as well. Be specific. Squamous part of occipital bone. Fusion with
the
condylar part of, answer properly, condylar part of which bone? Occipital bone. Fusion third, fusion of second, fusion of what? Condylar part of the occipital bone with, everybody answer, basi-occiput. Third point, fusion of the basi-occiput with basi-sphenoid. Understood? चलो, हो गया. Next, we'll see the race. ठीक है? Race, उसके लिए primarily आपको skull bone ही दिया जाएगा. ठीक है? We divide the race into 3 categories. There is dolichocephalic, there is mesenterocephalic, or whatever it is written, say that. And there is brachycephalic. Did I say it wrong or did I say it right? Wrong. Right. Sure. Right. Say the age ranges. It starts from. Good. Anybody who was present? Yes, you say. The cephalic index, it ranges from what to what age? Sorry, what to what number? We start with, cephalic index starts with how much? Cephalic index is an important point. There are only 4 lines to remember. Definitely a question is going to come from it. It starts with 70. 70 to 75, second is 75 to 80, third is 80 to 85. Understood? Okay? Chalo. Now, these are the ranges. What are the names? Names, abhi maine bataya, repeat karo, everybody. Starts with dolichocephalic, then mesenterocephalic, and then brachycephalic. Have you written? Right. Okay. Okay, first we say dolichocephalic. Okay, next will come mesenterocephalic. Third will be brachycephalic. Okay, chalo. Dolichocephalic are those people who have a long head or a long skull. Okay, mesenterocephalic skulls are medium sized skull. Brachycephalic skull will be the smaller sized skull. Okay, next we need to know the formula of the cephalic index. You will measure the lengths, put into the formula, get the answer. जो आएगा percentage उसी से कौन से group में आता है, we'll find it out and we'll get कि कौन से race का है. Okay, one question will come definitely from this. So we need to take what is the formula cephalic index, breadth of the skull divided by length of the skull. Chalo, now what is the breadth of the skull? How will we measure the breadth of the skull? Say breadth of the skull will be from to good, the biparietal diameter, sometimes we say it. Okay, length of the skull is measured by, say, do you know, external occipital protuberance 2 in front. Frontal eminences are 2 here. So how are we supposed to measure if we take the frontal eminence? We will have to take the diagonal measurement, right? We are not taking diagonal measurement, it is a straight measurement. So we will measure from the external occipital protuberance till the glabella. Okay, understood? And for the breadth we take the biparietal diameter. Distance between two parietal eminence. Clear to everybody? Did you understand?
Repeat the length.
Yes, obviously. See, this is the occipital, this is in a proper skull, you will get to see the occipital protuberance first of all. Okay, so we will take the external occipital protuberance. Listen, we will take till the glabella. Okay, the highest margin point here, if the glabella is, or here it is, look into the skull which you are provided with. Okay, done. Next we will take for the breadth, we will take the biparietal diameter, that is the distance between the two parietal eminences. What are the parietal eminences? The most prominent portion in the parietal bones or the skull vault, okay, which are placed laterally. Everybody understood? You take the breadth, you divide it by the length into 100, you get a value. See the value falls into which portion of the three categories. That is the race of an individual. Understood? Done. Khatam. Now, question kya aayega? Question ye aayega ki you guys fall into which category? We fall into which category? What do you think? Indians are always medium or average or in everything. ठीक है? So we fall into which category? Mesenterocephalic. Along with us, who are there? Any ideas? Europeans are there. Okay. In the first class, मैंने ये बोला था कि Chinese people also fall into the mesenterocephalic group. Previous जो हमारा time जो था तब ऐसा people used to write, authors used to write. Now they have been shifted to the smaller group. Smaller group कौन सा होगा? Small skull किसको बोलते हैं? Brachycephalic. Okay. Now who are the people who are falling into the longer skull group? The Aryans and the Africans. Okay. Done. चलो. Now we are done with the skull. Next we will go to the mandible. Mandible say we are going to look for the age from the mandible is the main concern. See, you need to know the parts which are present in the mandible. ठीक है? What are the parts of the mandible? मैं जल्दी जल्दी बता रही हूँ. This is which portion? One by one you answer. Start from here. This is which part? This is the. देखो एक चीज देखो. What are these? What did I mention these as? Condyles. Why they are said as condyles? Something which is prominent, protruded. ठीक है, which is elevated up above. Does this portion and this portion look similar? Which is more prominent and broad and has a proper elevation? कौन सा ये की ये? This one. Which is going to be the condyle then? This one. Did you understand? भूलिश ना एकोनार. ठीक है से? थोड़ा कोरिलेट करके लॉजिकली पढ़ो. Blind की तरह मत पढ़ो. You guys are going to become doctors. Don't study like stupids. Okay, this is the condylar part. Everybody, ma'am, can you see? देखा जाच्छे? Okay, चलो. This is the condylar portion of the mandible. ठीक है? ये क्या बताता है? What is this process? Known as coronoid process. There is a notch in between this part. Which is this notch known as? The notch in the mandible is known as mandibular notch. चलो, done. Next we come to this portion. See, there is a constricted part here. ठीक है? If we consider this as the head and this as the body, what is this portion? Neck of the mandible. समझ में आया? Logical लग रहा है मैं क्या बता रही हूँ? Constriction, neck of the mandible, mandibular notch. What is this part? Ramus of the mandible. What is this? Angle of the mandible. This portion, body of the mandible. Here, mental foramen. Only one foramina of importance is present in case of FMT. Remember this. That is gonna be the mental foramen. Okay, done. This part, what is this? Alveolar process, from where the teeth are going to erupt. Okay, chalo. Now, last classes I did not get time. This class I'll mention all of the 5 points. Beech mein don't get distracted. Listen to it at once. Okay, chalo. First of all, क्या क्या पॉइंट देखोगे एक बार देख लो आप. See, we need to write regarding the ramus, ठीक है? We need to write regarding the placement of the condylar process in comparison with the coronoid process. Okay, we need to check for the placement of the mental foramen. Also, we need to check for the angle of the mandible. Now there are two angles. Anatomical angle is present, and there is, I think, angle of medico-legal importance. Both are angle of medico-legal importance actually. One is known as the anatomical angle, another is known as the medico-legal angle itself. Anatomical angle is through the anatomical structure of the bone. Now, just now you have mentioned which is the anatomical structure of the mandible which has an angle. This one. Okay, this is the anatomical angle. Anatomical angle of significance is 125 degrees. Okay, it will be used to differentiate between the sex of the individual through the mandible bone. Understood? Okay, next we get the medico-legal angle. Okay, this is the medico-legal angle which I am going to show here. It goes through the axis of the ramus and the axis of the body, long axis of the ramus as well as the long axis of the body. What is the medico-legal importance for this? We are going to identify the age of an individual from the medico-legal angle. Understood? What are the two angles? Repeat. Anatomical angle and medico-legal angle. What is the importance of anatomical angle? Sex determination. Angle of importance is how much degrees? 125 degrees. Medico-legal angle is important for age. Importance angle of importance is 140 degrees. मोटा मोटा याद रखो, obtuse. Done? समझ में आया? Now देखो, body you can leave the first part. Okay, the ramus of the mandible also you can leave, but anyway I'll say you. Ramus of the mandible ये याद रखना बच्चों में as well as in case of the adults नहीं, old age. Okay, both the ramus will be shorter. It will be much more oblique. In an adult individual, every structure is stout, prominent, properly formed, right? So adult में क्या होगा? It will be vertical, 90 degree. ठीक है? Tall, stout structure आएगा. ठीक है? Done with the ramus. Next, if you are looking for the opening of the mental foramen, रुको, इसमें नहीं, इसमें दिखाती हूँ. See, in the adult, this is the ramus of the mandible, right? It is much more straight, vertical. समझ में आ रहा है? It's straight, vertical, upright, 90 degrees है almost. In the childhood, it's obliquely placed. In the old age, it is much more obliquely placed. Always look at, first let me show you the axis. देखो, this is the axis of the angle. If I take this comes the axis of the angle. समझ में आ रहा है? Why it is lesser obtuse? Look at the axis here. यहाँ से ये पूरा ऐसे आ रहा है. समझ में आया? Why it is more obtuse? Everybody understood? Okay. One thing. Second thing क्या है? Old age में it will be around 140 degrees. In the childhood, it will be less than 140 degrees, but it is never going to be around 90 degrees. आया समझ में? In the adulthood, it's going to be almost 90 degrees. Done with the angle? Second, we look for the mental foramen. Mental foramen in the old age is going to be near the alveolar process. दिख रहा है? Alveolar process. Teeth are supposed to be here. No teeth are present, right? This is the foramen which is near the alveolar process. ठीक है? Childhood में कहाँ आ रहा है? It is actually, either you can say it is between 2/3 and 1/3 of the body of the mandible. It is much more towards the inferior border of the body of the mandible. Childhood में समझ में आया? Childhood में क्या कहाँ है? And in case of adulthood, it falls right in between of upper half and the lower half of the body of the mandible. Everybody understood? कि confusion है? Done? ओके देखो, चाइल्डहुड में वी आर फाइंडिंग इट बीच में, एडल्टहुड में भी फाइंडिंग इट बीच में. नाउ वी कैन नॉट से कि ये बीच में आता है, राइट? रेफरेंस क्या देंगे? या वी कैन से दैट इट फॉल्स एमिट्स to above 2/3, upper 2/3 and lower inferior 1/3. ठीक है? It will come near the inferior border of the body of the mandible. समझ में आ रहा है? In the adulthood, it's going to fall right in between the body of the mandible. That is between the upper half and the lower half. Understood everybody? Next, what we check for? We check for presence of teeth and attrition. Attrition का मतलब पता है क्या आता है? What is the meaning of attrition? In the teeth. Teeth में ही attrition होता है. घिसना हम बताते हैं उसको, ठीक है? So बच्चों में there will be no teeth and no attrition. Common sense. Adulthood में there will be presence of teeth, but attrition doesn't start until and unless we are 21 years of age. Old age में क्या होगा? There might be teeth, there might not be teeth, as well as attrition will be definitely present. Understood? Ma'am, did you understand? Okay, chalo. This much hai in the mandible. If you're done with this much, then you're done with mandible. Next, go to sternum. Be clear. Manubrio? Are you sure that this is the manubriosternal joint? How many bones are here? 1 bone, 2 bone, 10 bones? थोड़ा देखो, टाइम लो, समझो, फिर आंसर करो. Correct. What is that joint? Sternoclavicular joint. Why? 1 clavicle, 2 clavicle. It's clearly visible. Just take a little bit of time, see and then answer. What is this joint then? Sternoclavicular joint. What is this joint? Manubriosternal joint. अभी मैं क्यों एम्फेसिस कर रही हूँ इतना शुरू से क्लास में कि बोनी लैंडमार्क्स पता करो. अगर आपको नहीं पता होगा कि क्लैविकल कौन सा है, स्टर्नम कौन सा है, तो जैसे आपने मिस्टेक किया वैसे होगा. Why is it important? We need to calculate the number of the body of sternums. ठीक है, कितने पार्ट्स है. तो अगर नहीं पता है कि मैनुब्रियम स्टर्नाई कहाँ है तो कहाँ से काउंट करोगे. समझ में आया मैं क्यों बता रही हूँ. चलो, this is the manubrium sterni. Okay, so if we go from upwards to below, then what is this? First part, second part, third part and the fourth part. Done? समझ में आया. Now what did I mention regarding the sternum in the first class? Sternum, what was the rule of appearance and fusion for the sternal bone? What did I mention? Okay, देखो sternum में there are मोटा मोटा अगर पकड़े 5-6 parts है. Manubrium 4 parts of the body, xiphoid process. Okay, ठीक है. Now appearance के time, appearance will occur from above and will go below. ठीक है. From the manubrium, primary ossification center will start appearing. Okay, so manubrium sterni, then we have 4 parts of the body. ठीक है. First part, second part, third part and the fourth part. And then comes the xiphoid process. Okay, appearance of the sternal bones will occur from above and it will go downwards. Fusion of the sternal bones will occur from below and will go upwards. Okay, fusion will occur separately for the body and separately for the xiphoid process and the manubrium. अगर अभी मैं क्यों separately बता रही हूँ? Because the age of fusion is quite different and quite separate. ठीक है. Remember, चलो. Firstly, if we start with the appearance से अगर शुरू करते हैं, manubrium sterni and the first part of the sternum. ठीक है. Suppose this is the manubrium sterni, first part of the sternum, second part, third part तक दिखा पा रही हूँ. उसके बाद तो I don't have fingers more. चलो. Now, so the manubrium sterni and the first part of the sternum will appear around 5 months of intrauterine life. ठीक है. Second and the third part of the body of sternum will appear around 7 months of intrauterine life. दो करके खत्म हुआ. कितना बाकी है portion? Fourth part of the body and the xiphoid process. Okay, fourth part of the body will appear of the sternum will appear around 10 months of intrauterine life after 42 weeks. समझ में आया. मोस्टली अराउंड बर्थ आ जाता है. एंड द xiphoid process is going to appear around 3 years. Done with the appearance. Now we'll go through the fusion. Fusion कैसे होता है क्या बताया मैंने? It starts from below, then we go above. Okay, so fusion of the body will be considered separately and the fusion of the manubrium sterni and the xiphoid process will be separately. First we'll start with the body. Now body में कैसे होगा? Below से हुआ तो कौन सा portion पहले fuse करेगा? First की fourth. Fourth. Okay, so fusion will start with the fourth part, third with the second with the first. Done? Okay, चलो. Now fourth part fuses with the third part at around 15 years of age. How much year of age? 15 years of age. 5 करके ऐड करो. किसी बुक में 10 करके लिखा है. ठीक है. For now I am telling 5. So the third part will fuse with the second part at around 5 ऐड किया तो क्या एज होगा? 20 years. Second part is going to fuse with the first part at around 25 years. Okay, done. Next, what is left? Xiphoid process left and manubrium sterni left. Okay, remember 2 age groups 40 and 60. अभी आप लोग बताओ, अगर the fusion is supposed to occur from below and it is going to go above, then which part is going to fuse first? The xiphoid process or the manubrium? Xiphoid process. And I have mentioned 2 age. Which age? 40 or 60? 40. Understood? Then the manubrium, which is the left portion, will fuse with the body of the sternum at around 60 years of age. Understood everybody? सबको आया समझ में? चलो अभी एक चीज देखते हैं.
Appearance, can you repeat for the body? Appearance, can you repeat?
Appearance of the manubrium and the first part of the body of sternum at around 5 years of intrauterine life. Go and check everything. 5 months of intrauterine life. Okay, now second and the third part लिखो 7 month intrauterine life. fourth part around 10 months of intrauterine life, and the xiphoid process around 3 years. Chalo, now guys look here, don't talk. Chalo, say this. Age of this bone किया है ना हम लोगों ने अभी. चलो say age of this X-ray, age of this individual बताओ कितना है. हाँ बताओ. 1 by 1 आंसर. आप बताओ.
30 and below 40.
Above 30. क्यों above 30 होगा?
The bodies are fused.
हाँ. तो the second part is supposed to fuse with the first part at around 25. So above 25 years of age, and below 40 years of age. Why below 40 years of age? You say. Wait. Why below 40 years of age? Okay, you say. Why below 40 years of age? If you do not look at me, it doesn't mean that I am not going to ask you. I am asking you. Why below 40 years of age?
First part of body or medical.
Below 40 years of age? Chalo, at least you tried. Say your roll number.
I'm 94.
So, क्या portion बोला मैंने? Why below 40 years of age? What did you answer? You answered the manubrium. So think in terms of the portion which is supposed to fuse around 40 years of age. That is which part? If not the manubrium, क्या बचा है बेटा यहाँ पे? नीचे का portion, what is that? Xiphisternum, xiphoid process. Since the xiphoid process is not fused yet, hence below 40 years of age. The thing which I was mentioning in the initial part of the class regarding the range, अभी समझ में आया ना कैसे range में बताना है? It doesn't matter. अगर question में आपको 20 years का ही range मिल रहा है, then तो आप कुछ कर नहीं सकते ना. Not necessarily कि 2 साल के ही range में बताना है, right? Everybody understood? So next, okay चलो, answer me this one. This one. In this X-ray, what is the age? What will be the age here in this X-ray? Who is gonna answer? You answer. Sir, आप जल्दी बताओ. He'll only answer. Nobody else. Try. किसी भी bone का fusion नहीं हुआ है. Not even the body. हाँ, wait. He'll answer. हाँ? Appearance तो है ना, यानी कि it is above how much? Intrauterine life के बाद का है, at least above 3 years of age तो होगा, right? And किसी का fusion नहीं हुआ है. So all of the body bones is supposed to fuse at around what age? What did I mention? हाँ? 3 years. बेटा appearance हो गया तो above 3 years है, लेकिन किसी का fusion नहीं हुआ है. तो fourth part is supposed to fuse with the third part at around what age? 50. Wait, call her. She's gonna answer. Yes. Bolo. This slide. What is the age of this individual? You answer. Below 15 years. Why so?
Because fourth part xiphoid process का जो
बताओ.
part fourth.
There is nothing to smile at. Think and then speak.
ऑसिफिकेशन के 4 सेंटर है ना, उसमें फ्यूजन तो चौथा वाला वो फ्यूज नहीं हुआ है,
इसीलिए it is below 15 years of age. ठीक है. Okay, which is the fourth part? Is this the fourth part? हाँ, which is the fourth part? Everybody, is this the fourth part? How do we calculate? कहाँ से शुरू करेंगे? This one, है ना? Manubrium sterni, first, second, third, fourth. तो मैं सही पॉइंट कर रही थी, गलत पॉइंट कर रही थी? गलत. ठीक है. अंडरस्टूड एवरीबडी वाई कैसे करना है? चलो नेक्स्ट वी हैव ओनली द पेल्विक बोन. पेल्विक बोन से सेक्स डिटर्मिनेशन आएगा. इट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. नो अदर बोन मोस्ट प्रोबेबली विल बी गिवन टू यू. सो राइट द फीचर्स. Identification, sex determination नहीं actually, sex identification. You need to know something regarding the Krogman's accuracy percentage. ठीक है? What is the Krogman's accuracy percentage? If we have whole of the skeleton, that means what? हम पूरे skeleton से उसका sex तो निकाल ही सकते हैं, right? श्योर 100% निकाल सकते हैं अगर सारे बोन्स हैं तो. सी फ्रॉम ऑल ऑफ द बोन्स वी आर एबल टू फाइंड द सेक्स, बट आपको तो ऐसा नहीं है कि हर हड्डी तो हम नहीं दे सकते. वी विल गिव यू बोन्स विच इज ऑफ सिग्निफिकेंस, जो प्राइमरीली आपके पास आएगा एंड विच beholds the most number of features. Okay, understood? Pelvic bone is the easiest bones to identify and it has the most distinctive features for males and females. Hence, you guys will be provided with the pelvic bone. Understood, everybody? Pelvic bone consists of what parts? Which bones? Both of the hip bones and what? Both of the hip bones and what? Both of the hip bones and what is present in the pelvic bone? Did you pass an AT? Pelvic bone is composed of how many bones? 1, 2, 3, 10. 2 bones. What are those 2 bones?
One is the hip bone.
And? Okay. Sir, you, what is your name?
Mayan Nag.
Ayan?
Nag.
Where are you from?
Antipura.
Which college or which school? College में थे कि school में थे? Bhavans. Good. ठीक है, बोलो. Hip bones, how many bones are there बेटा?
One.
1 bone, hip bone. Okay, chalo. Nice, good answers. So everybody is born with congenital malformations. If there are 1 bone and 2 bones in the hip bones, right? How many bones?
3 bones.
3 bones. What are these bones?
Pubis.
Ilium, ischium, pubis. Very good. Chalo. Who can answer how many bones, ma'am? Answer. There is, I will take 1.5 hours more if things goes like this. Answer. 3 bones. 2 and how many bones are present?
Sacrum, 2 hip bones and 1 coccyx.
Good. Understood? How many bones? कितने bones होते हैं? नामटा की बोल रहे तुम्हारे मोना? बोलो और एक बार.
Mayan Nag.
Ion. Okay. How many bones are there in the hip bone?
Then sacrum.
How many bones are there? You did not listen to what she was saying. Repeat. You repeat. Ma'am, दोबारा आप बताइए क्या क्या bones आते हैं?
2 hip bones, 1 sacrum and 1 coccyx.
How many bones तैले?
One sacrum and
How many bones? Number?
3 or 4.
4 bones. Okay, understood. Now hip bones are composed of what bones? Each hip bone is formed by what bones? Ilium, ischium, pubis. Okay, done? Chalo. Now, in the Krogman's accuracy, what we see, if 100% of our skeletal remains, that is 206 bones are given to us, then we can definitely find out the sex. ठीक है? And it will be correct as well. I'll be fast. Try and listen. সময় নেই। ঠিক আছে? এখন যদি আমি লেট করি 6:30 7টা বাজবে বাড়ি যেতে যেতে। Okay? চলো। Next, entire skeleton given तो 100% accuracy आएगा। Common sense की बात है। Now, what bone will be given to you guys? The pelvic bone. Why the pelvic bone? Because it has got the maximum number of features. So, the accuracy in terms of sex identification is maximum for the pelvic bone, then comes with the skull bone and then the long bone. Understood? Ascending order उसका कैसा आएगा? Ascending and descending. So if both of the pelvic bone and the skull bone is given, 2% छूटता है इधर उधर से, वो छूटेगा ही. 98%. Okay, pelvic bone 95%, skull bone 90% and long bones 80%. Understood? Values याद रखना है 100, 98, 95, 90, 80. Done? चलो. Go to the next slide. If you go to the next slide, then okay, this, if you see this, you guys need to know something regarding the true and false pelvis as well. Okay, why the true and false pelvis? What is the true pelvis? The portion where the child actually stays. Okay, in utero, the head and the body of the fetus where it stays, that is the true pelvis, means which is truly required for gynecological point of view. ठीक है? False pelvis क्या है? This part से ऊपर जो भी आ रहा है, iliac fossa का primary जो reason है, that falls into the false pelvis. Now the true pelvis is formed from the interiorly we get the pubic symphysis. ठीक है? What is this line? The line, this line. क्या बोलते हैं उसको? इलियोपेक्टिनियल कुछ याद है? इलियोपेक्टिनियल लाइन याद है कुछ? Iliopectineal line. So anteriorly, if there is the pubic symphysis, laterally we go, we see the iliopectineal line. पीछे क्या आएगा? Alloy of the sacrum, and then it will come the sacral promontory and the sacral body. Okay, these are the boundaries of the pelvic inlet or the pelvic brim that we say. Outlet का portion क्या आएगा? नीचे. It will start from the pubic symphysis. It will end at the पीछे. Posteriorly, there will be tip of the coccyx. Okay, done. This portion is going to be the true pelvis. True pelvis is important. उसका inlet का shape is important, and true pelvis का shape as a whole is important for identifying sex. समझ में आया? देखो बेटा, this is the inlet और the pelvic brim जिसको हम बताते हैं, ठीक है? This is the outlet का part, ठीक है? समझ में आया? इससे ज्यादा नहीं है अभी टाइम. Okay, चलो, the first point, right, start writing, just write the features. I'll be fast now. Okay, in the pelvic brim that you saw just now, ठीक है? Pelvic brim, it will help separate the true and the false pelvis. Okay, तो pelvic brim in case of males will be heart shaped. Yes, बताओ. रिपीट करूं? ओके, कौन सा पोर्शन रिपीट करूं? See, this is the true pelvis or the pelvic inlet or the pelvic brim. Important क्यों है ये? इसके ऊपर false portion आता है, false pelvis. Why it is important for forensic point of view? क्योंकि जो true pelvis का portion आएगा उसका साइज या फिर शेप देखते हैं हम, उसके ऊपर डिपेंड करके वी आर गोइंग टू सेपरेट द मेल एंड द फीमेल सेक्सेस. ओके, दिस इज द प्लेट ऑफ पेल्विक आउटलेट, यानी कि यहां से द ट्रू पेल्विस एंड्स हियर. ठीक है, समझ में आया? नाउ the true pelvis, inlet of the true pelvis or the pelvic brim shape will be heart shaped in case of males and oval or rounded in case of females. लिखो, जल्दी लिखो. If the true pelvis is heart shaped in case of males and oval or rounded in case of females, see this, look here, look at this picture. It's so late today, my goodness. Okay, देखो, skull, our skull, it is spherical or oval or round shaped, right? तो अगर इसको enter करना है, if it is supposed to enter here, we need a structure which is rounded, है ना? Right? You saw it. If the structure is heart shaped, then क्या आएगा? Tip of the coccyx आएगा ना आगे. Pelvic inlet में घुस नहीं सकता skull. It won't be able to enter into a proper cavity-like structure. Okay, understood? Why it will be oval and round shaped and why it is going to be heart shaped? Logically समझते हैं चीजों को, ठीक है? Next, write the true pelvis. Write the point of true pelvis. True pelvis in case of males is going to be funnel shaped and small. In case of females, it is going to be broad shaped and more spacious. Why is it so? If it is funnel shaped, funnel का structure पता है ना सबको? Something जो pyramid like structure है, inverted. हाँ बताओ, कौन सा? बता रही हूं मैं, सुन लो. ट्रू पेल्विस इन केस ऑफ मेल्स इट विल बी फनल शेप्ड. फनल का मतलब समझ में आता है समथिंग विच इज टेपरिंग डाउनवर्ड्स, ठीक है? नाउ इफ अ चाइल्ड इज सपोज्ड टू बी बोर्न, देन इट कैन नॉट बी बोर्न और इट कैन नॉट बर्थ थ्रू समथिंग विच इज टेपरिंग डाउनवर्ड्स, राइट? जो इन्वर्टेड है. सो द शेप ऑफ इन केस ऑफ मेल नहीं चाहिए ना पेल्विस ऐसा जो चाइल्ड बर्थ के लिए जरूरी हो. इट इज गोइंग टू बी फनल शेप्ड, ओके, एंड इट इज गोइंग टू हैव स्मॉल अमाउंट ऑफ स्पेस, लेस स्पेस. इन केस ऑफ फीमेल्स द ट्रू पेल्विस इज गोइंग टू बी राउंडेड, ओवल, लार्जर, more spacious. ठीक है, समझ में आया क्यों है? Next, write the point of subpubic angle. What is the subpubic angle? This angle, the angle which is formed by the fusion of two pubic bone and which is just below the pubic symphysis. Okay. Now, in case of females, the subpubic angle is going to be, it is said as gynecoid, or it is more obtuse, or you can say less acute. एक value याद करो 80, another value याद करो 50. Okay, understood? In the males देखो, it is V-shaped, properly V-shaped, है ना? It is around 50. This form of male pelvis is known as android pelvis. Female pelvis को क्या बोलते हैं? Gynecoid pelvis. Why gynecoid pelvis? Gynecological issue is being dealt with. Okay, understood? चलो, next write the point of, okay. इतना खत्म हुआ ना आपका. वी हैव अंडरस्टूड पेल्विक ब्रिम, उसका शेप क्या है. वी अंडरस्टूड व्हाट इज द ट्रू पेल्विस का शेप. वी अंडरस्टूड व्हाट इज द सबप्यूबिक एंगल. 3 पॉइंट्स डन. नाउ विल कम टू द इलियक क्रेस्ट. इलियक क्रेस्ट में 3 चीज देखना है. द इलियक क्रेस्ट एज अ होल, एंटीरियर सुपीरियर इलियक स्पाइन वी आर गोइंग टू सी, एंड द हाईएस्ट पॉइंट ऑफ इन द इलियक क्रेस्ट. एक बार देख लो आप सब लोग, देन यू कैन राइट. Iliac crest as a whole we'll see, anterior superior iliac spine we are going to see, and the highest point in the iliac crest we'll see. Done with 3 points. Now, iliac crest is more prominent in the males or less prominent in the males? क्या होता है? More prominent in the males. Anterior superior iliac spine, iliac crest हो गया, understood? Now, anterior superior iliac spine and the highest point of the iliac crest, इनका importance है in terms of, बेटा सुनो, ये लिखा नहीं है अभी मैं जो बता रही हूँ, एक बार सुन लो आप. आई एम गोइंग टू प्रोवाइड यू विथ एवरीथिंग, जस्ट राइट द ফিচার্স. যে হেডিংগুলো বলছি ওই হেডিংগুলো লিখে নাও, কালকে আমি সবটা জিনিস প্রোভাইড করব, ওইখানে লেখা থাকবে, বুঝলে? নাও আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড. সো দ্য ডিস্টেন্স বিটুইন দ্য anterior superior iliac spine and the two highest point of the iliac crest will be more or less in females. फीमेल का पेल्विस बड़ा होता है because of child birth. मेल का पेल्विस, all of the dimensions फीचर्स नहीं, डिस्टेंस जो है उसका कम होगा, बिकॉज दे डू नॉट हैव टू गो अंडरगो चाइल्ड बर्थ. सो द डिस्टेंस बिटवीन द एंटीरियर सुपीरियर इलियक स्पाइन एंड द हाईएस्ट पॉइंट इन द इलियक क्रेस्ट विल बी मोर इन केस ऑफ whom? Females, less in case of males. Done. 3 points खत्म हुआ. Next लिखो. Right now ilium. Ilium as a whole. Which is the ilium bone? है ना? Everybody knows which is the ilium bone. Ilium in case of males will be vertically placed. डिस्टेंस कम होगा ना उससे. फीमेल में क्या होगा? इट विल बी शैलो. ठीक है, इट विल बी आउटवर्ड. समझ में आ रहा है? इवर्टेड लाइक स्ट्रक्चर. समझ में आ रहा है कैसे डिफरेंशिएट करके बताना है? डन विद द इलियम. उसके बाद लिखो सैक्रो इलियक आर्टिकुलेशन सरफेस. Sacroiliac articulation surface. What is the meaning of that sacroiliac articulation surface? Sacrum यानी कि sacrum का bone, ठीक है? Ilium यानी कि ilium का bone. Articulation means joining or fusion, ठीक है? Surface means surface यानी कि किसी का boundary. So what is the meaning of sacroiliac articulation surface? The portion जहाँ पे sacrum and ilium is joined together. यानी कि कौन सा joint आएगा इस बोन में? कौन सा joint आएगा? सामने की पीछे? पीछे वाला joint. Everybody understood? ये मैं क्यों बता रही हूँ? क्या देखना है हम लोगों को यहाँ पे? We need to see how many vertebrae are involved in formation of the joints in case of formation of sacroiliac articulation surface in males and in females. Am I going too much fast? हाँ? बहुत fast है. Wait, I'll show you this one. Where is it? Okay, अच्छा चलो इसी में देखते हैं. In case of males, so we are talking about this articulation surface, right? The sacroiliac articulation surface. Everybody understood? तुम्हें पूछो तो कि बोलছি? Okay. How are we going to separate it? Articulation surface अगर पूरा pelvis आपको दिया जाए तो it will be joined in that portion, right? कैसे समझ में आएगा? ऐसे तो verbally we cannot say कि more है less है. We need some bony landmarks again. So for bony landmarks, the best thing is to use the vertebrae. Vertebrae fixed चीजें होंगे, move नहीं करेंगे, ठीक है? Done. Now, in case of males, the articulation surface यानी joint कितना vertebra लगेगा? How many vertebrae will be needed to form the articulation surface? That is of importance. For the males, it will take 2.5 to 3 vertebrae. That means 1, 2, 3. Okay, either S3 till here or till mid of S2 for the males. Okay, for the females, how much it will take? It will take 2 to 2.5. Okay, यानी कि S1 and S2 both will go, and it might extend little bit up to S3. Understood? Males, it will take 3 to 2.5 number of vertebrae. In the females, it will take 2 to 2.5 number of vertebrae. Understood? Done. Sacroiliac articulation surface. उसके बाद right greater sciatic notch. See, greater sciatic notch. Do you know which is the greater sciatic notch? Which is the greater sciatic notch? This one, this one, this one. Which one? This one. Greater sciatic notch. Female में क्या बताया था? Everything is going to be shallow and broader. Male में क्या होगा? Narrow and deep. So, now see here. This thumb, this is the female. Look at the distance. How much? It is much broader, right? Look at the male. It is narrower. How much of the thumb is going? Only this part of the thumb is going. ठीक है? The distal phalange is going. In the female, almost to the mid phalange is also going here. Understood? Which is deep and which is shallow? समझ में आया सब? चलो. Next, write the point of sciatic notch index. So now see, in the pelvic bone, you will have lot of indexes. Okay? So you need to know the formula of these index, put into the formula, and जो भी आएगा all of these value, सारे इंडेक्स का वैल्यू जो बुक पढ़ रहे हो उस बुक से पढ़ोगे, चेंज नहीं करोगे. इवन इफ अ फ्रेंड सेज XYZ जो भी है, बुक का नाम भी याद रखना है, एडिशन भी याद रखना है कि सर मैंने इस बुक से इतना एडिशन से पढ़ा है, नाउ आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू चेंज इट. ओके, आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू से एनी वैल्यू, मैं बस फॉर्मूला और कैसे उसको डिराइव करना है आई एम गोइंग टू एक्सप्लेन दैट. ओके, डन. चलो, नाउ साइटिक नॉच इंडेक्स. साइटिक नॉच इंडेक्स, व्हाट इज द फॉर्मूला? विड्थ ऑफ द नॉच डिवाइडेड बाय डेप्थ ऑफ द नॉच इनटू 100. ओके, understood? What is the width of the notch? This is the width of the notch. Depth of the notch, complete depth of the notch into 100 करेंगे. जो फॉर्मूला आएगा घर पे जाके देखना कौन सा है. In the next week I'll come in each batch after the class. मैं रुकूंगी जितना भी टाइम लगे and I'm going to ask. Everybody is going to show me the value. ठीक है? ऐसे ऐसे तो मैं छोड़ूंगी नहीं. So kindly do not waste my energy as well. Now write the obturator foramen. Done with the sciatic notch. समझ में आया? मेल फीमेल का डिफरेंस, उसका इंडेक्स भी पता करना है. Done. Now write the obturator foramen. Obturator foramen, this is the obturator foramen, only one foramina is present, ठीक है. In the male, the obturator foramen is going to be oval in shape. In the female, the obturator foramen is going to be smaller and triangular in shape. Male बड़ा होगा obturator foramen, ठीक है, and it will be oval. Female, the obturator foramen is going to be smaller and it is going to be triangular in shape. Okay, done. Next, write the acetabulum. This structure, acetabulum, ठीक है, everybody knows what is the acetabulum. Acetabulum male में कैसे होता है? Laterally placed, ठीक है, just laterally outwards. Female में the acetabulum will be anterolaterally placed. We are looking for the direction of the acetabulum, ठीक है. Center से acetabulum का अगर direction हम ले रहे हैं, what is the direction? Male laterally, female anterolaterally. Okay. Next, write ischial tuberosity. Okay, write two things: ischial tuberosity and ischiopubic ramus. written. Look here. Ischial tuberosity and ischiopubic ramus. This ischial tuberosity, everybody एक बार देख लो बेटा आप लोग. This is the ischial tuberosity, everybody saw? Ma'am, kindly see. This is the ischial tuberosity, ischiopubic ramus. Understood? Why am I mentioning both of the things together? Now, female pelvis is supposed to push out a baby. That is, it is supposed to push out a skull. We cannot have a pelvis which is funneling down. We need a pelvis जो बाहर की तरफ खुला हुआ हो. That is, we need a pelvis which is everted. It is outwards. ठीक है? Both of the ischial tuberosity and the ischiopubic ramus is going to be everted in case of females. In the males, it is going to be inverted. Understood? Logically समझ में आया क्यों है? Next, write shape of the pubis. We are done with the ilium bone. We are done mostly with the ischium bone. Now we will do with the pubis, pubic bone. Shape of the pubis. Female में क्या होता है? Female में the shape of the pubis is square. You know the pubis bone कौन सा है? पता है? This bone, everybody knows the pubic bone. Females, the pubic is going to be square, and the males, the pubic is going to be triangular. Okay. Next, write Washburn ischiopubic index. Washburn ischiopubic index. How are we going to calculate it? We calculate it from the acetabulum. From the center of the acetabulum, we will go till the pubic tubercle. Okay, we are going to take the length. From the acetabulum, we are going to take the ischial tuberosity. उसका formula क्या है? Length of the pubis divided by the length of the ischium into 100. A value is going to come. Ideally, the value should be 114. ठीक है? But अभी घर पे जाके देखो बुक में क्या आ रहा है, वही बताओ. I am not going to say this. चलो. Now next. कितना सारा बाकी है रे तुम लोगों का. Okay, we are done with this. Now we'll go to the sacrum. Sacrum, everybody knows how many parts are there in the sacrum? बताओ बेटा. Pubic bone, ischial bone, ठीक है. Center से लो pubic tubercle. Farthest point देखना है. Farthest point is usually the pubic tubercle. यहाँ से this one. Symphysis pubis जो form करेगा ना, that portion we are going to take the upper part. Now from the acetabulum we are going to take the ischial tuberosity. The farthest point is the ischium bone. Okay, we'll put into the formula, get the value, and see it falls into which category, male या female. Okay, understood? Next, go to the sacrum. जल्दी करो, entire bone बाकी है आप लोगों का. चलो, this is the sacrum. Okay, हाँ, how many bone? Sacrum and coccyx दो है, but coccyx usually हम लोग नहीं पढ़ते. sacrum में कितने vertebrae होते हैं? कितने? 5. थोड़ा एनर्जी दिखाओ. मैं कितना चिल्ला रही हूँ, आप लोग भी दिखाओ. 10 minutes more, I'll leave you guys. Okay, 5 bones are present in the sacrum. Okay, now write the body of the first sacral vertebra. ठीक है? What are the points of importance? Body of the first sacral vertebra यानी कि कौन सा? S1. The sacral promontory is important. Okay, again here in the अगर आपको कोई specifically सिर्फ hip bone बोल रहा है, उसमें भी sacroiliac articulation surface आएगा. In the sacrum भी sacroiliac articulation surface आएगा. ठीक है? This is the third point. Fourth point is the anterior curvature of the sacrum. This is also important. Write the fourth point, anterior curvature of the sacrum, and there are sacral indexes. ठीक है? 4 index है. चलो. Now the body of the sacral vertebra, the first sacral vertebra, it will be obviously by default more or larger or broader in case of the males, less or smaller or जो भी बता सकते हो, नैरोअर, स्मॉलर इज बेटर एंड लार्जर इज बेटर, लार्जर इन केस ऑफ मेल्स एंड स्मॉलर इन केस ऑफ फीमेल्स, ठीक है. सैक्रल प्रोमोन्टरी, सी यू हैव सीन ना इन एनैट, सैक्रल प्रोमोन्टरी इज वेरी प्रोमिनेंट इन केस ऑफ मेल्स, ठीक है, शार्प बहुत प्रोमिनेंट आता है सैक्रल प्रोमोन्टरी. दिस सेक्शन इज द सैक्रल प्रोमोन्टरी, द प्रोट्रूबरेंस which is present. This is the sacral promontory in case of the females. It will be less prominent in females and more prominent in males. Done. Next, you write the curvature, anterior curvature of the sacrum. Sacrum, I don't know if any, this one is given or not. कर्वेचर ऑफ द सैक्रम, यानी कि अगर हम सैक्रम को लैटरली प्लेस कर रहे हैं, ठीक है, तो कर्वेचर आता है इंटीरियरली. फीमेल में क्या होता है, मेल में द कर्वेचर इज यूनिफॉर्म एंड स्मूथ कर्वेचर, ठीक है, पूरा कर्व आएगा, जस्ट लाइक द नेजल फ्रंटोनेजल जंक्शन. इन केस ऑफ फीमेल जो था वो मेल में सैक्रम में आता है, स्मूथली होता है, कर्व्ड. इन द फीमेल क्या होता है, फीमेल में अपर हाफ एंड लोअर हाफ, दो हाफ में हम डिवाइड करेंगे. द अपर हाफ इज गोइंग टू बी क्वाइट स्ट्रेट वर्टिकल, लोअर हाफ में आके सडनली देयर इज अ कर्वेचर, ठीक है. समझ में आया क्या होता है मेल में एंड फीमेल में? आया समझ में कि नहीं आया? शुड आई आस्क क्वेश्चंस नाउ? हाँ,
Can you just repeat what you said in the male? Female part.
good. In the female we divided into the upper and the lower segment. अब upper क्या है, 5 ही segment है, but मोटा मोटा 2.5. Upper half in the female, S1, S2, half of the S3 is going to be quite straighter, vertical. In the female, the lower portion, S3, S4 and S5, there will be a sudden curvature present. Understood everybody? Male में क्या होता है, all of the, it's going to be like a smooth curve or like a spare. এই তোমরা তিনজন বুঝছো কি বলছি? ঠিক আছে. Next, go for the sacroiliac articulation surface. Sacroiliac articulation surface in, क्या बताया था मैंने, मेल में कितना होता है sacroiliac articulation surface? How many vertebrae will it have? 2.5 to 3. Female में कितना होता है? 2 to 2.5. Done? चलो. Next, now we have 4 index and then we are done with today's class. Write the sacral index and write the formula. In the sacral index, it is found out by the breadth of the sacrum divided by the interior length of the sacrum. Simple है, ठीक है, breadth by length. अभी length कैसे पता करेंगे हम? We will take from the promontory till the tip. Okay? How we are going to find out the breadth? For the breadth, we are going to take the body of the sacrum along with the ala of the sacrum. Now, sacrum has 3-4 parts. Promontory important है, base of the sacrum important है, body of the sacrum important है, ala of the sacrum इंपॉर्टेंट है. समझ में आया मैंने क्या 4 पोर्शन बताया आपको? क्या क्या बताया, रिपीट करो. बॉडी, सेकेंड बेस, थर्ड प्रोमोन्टरी एंड फोर्थ एला, ठीक है. इन द सैक्रल इंडेक्स पूरा लेंगे हम, पूरा मतलब द विल टेक द दिस वन बॉडी एज वेल एज द एला, ठीक है. समझ में आया? पूरा लेंथ, पूरा ब्रेथ डिवाइडेड बाय पूरा लेंथ इनटू 100. नेक्स्ट, लाइक राइट द कॉर्पोरोबेसल इंडेक्स. Okay, write the corporobasal index. Corporobasal index is the width of the first sacral vertebra divided by width of the base of the sacrum. First sacral vertebra यानी क्या है? This portion, the S1, ठीक है. Base of the sacrum कौन सा है? दिख रहा है यहाँ पे base of the sacrum क्या है? Base of the sacrum. समझ में आया मैंने क्या बताया? This is the promontory, this is the base, ठीक है, जहाँ पे the spinal canal is supposed to be present. समझ में आ रहा है कौन सा base है? Ala of the sacrum, body of the sacrum. Understood? इसमें क्या आएगा? Width of the first sacral vertebrae, that is the whole, divided by base of the sacrum, यानी कि this much. Okay? Done with the corporobasal index. Next, you write the alar index. Alar index यहाँ पे है नहीं, मैं बता दे रही हूँ alar index. Okay, alar index consists of the length of the ala, this portion, just यहाँ से यहाँ, divided by length of the first base or first sacral vertebra, ठीक है. फॉर्मूला जाके ये देखना, पीपीटी में, मैम के पीपीटी में नहीं है, मैंने बुक से पढ़ के बताया. फॉर्मूला जाके this one specifically you will see. Okay, next we have the base wing index. This is the last index which is present. See the base wing index. Length of the ala divided by length of the first sacral vertebrae into 100. सबका into 100 ही है बेटा, मैंने वैल्यू किसी का नहीं बताया, ठीक है. वैल्यू आप खुद पढ़ के देखना. नेक्स्ट, बेस विंग इंडेक्स. बेस विंग इंडेक्स क्या है ये? width of the wing divided by width of the base into 100. Base of what? क्या पढ़ा रही हो? Base of sacrum. Which will be the base of sacrum? This one. This one, base of the sacrum. Now wing of the sacrum, this portion I have mentioned is ala of the sacrum. Wing का portion क्या है? The elevation और the जो upper uplifted part जो है above the base, ठीक है? देखो, which is measured the width of the wing, this part or this part, understood, divided by width of the base, that is this into 100. Okay, remember the value for here मोटा मोटा 55 or 65. Exact value क्या है जाके पढ़ेंगे. Okay, so we are done with how many bones? Long bones done, skull done, sternum done, mandible done, pelvis done. उससे age, sex and race done. ठीक है?